Yeah,
So, when we left off last session, would be you. Fully reunited, after a little over 2 years, you all partook of the midwinter festivities. There was much drinking, and there was the absolute dadliest of all dance-offs. Returning to your manor in high spirits, you quickly had them doused by an unwelcome visitor, an uncouth goblin met only once before who, as he did then, brought with him a warning. An orc warband, under the orders of an old friend of Grishnak's, had laid waste to the small defenceless village of Conyberry that lay to the east. Wasting no time, you set off to see for yourself. What you found was a sight of utter carnage. Conyberry had been burned to the ground, and every villager brutally killed, except one. The young and precocious Abigail had escaped harm by fleeing to the lair of Agatha, Conyberry's undead protector. Some of you concerned yourself with returning her safely to Conyberry, whilst others among you saw to a funeral of sorts. And Grishnak, while finding the trail left by this warband, you found a dagger bearing a familiar symbol, that of the Dead Sun Warriors, one of the barbarian tribes of Highmoor. So we pick up. It's about 3 in the morning on the 3rd of Alturiac. You guys got to Conyberry. Well, Rory, you've kind of been and left and come back again. Most of you arrived at Conyberry. Oh, God. What time would it have been? Around about 8 o'clock the day before. Those of you who had... God, it got confusing. Do me a favour. Splitting the party is fine. Please don't split the party while you're doing long distance travel. My God, that was an absolute headache this weekend to go. So hang on, at this point they were there, which meant
Blame
that they were
Rogar
here,
and his fine
which meant
steed,
you were
know?
there. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't have given him that, ruined everything. Anyway, basically, some of you guys arrived at 4 in the morning yesterday. I think Gotrek, Cal and Grishnak, you guys had pushed on through the night. You arrived at 4 a.m, absolutely exhausted. Your mounts particularly so. You guys potted around, managed to do a few bits. Oscar and Rory, you caught up to the three of them in Conyberry at around 4 o'clock that day. So you guys could have rested by then, but your mount's still obviously recovering. Rogar arrived. Oh, Rogar arrived right now. It's about 3 in the morning. You can quickly decide for yourself who would be on watch at this point, while you wait for Rogar to rejoin you. Whether you're resting in the ruins of Conyberry yourself, or whether you're resting just outside of it, it's kind of up to you.
Outside makes more sense.
Yeah, I figured you probably prefer outside.
it's probably going to start to smell.
It's a bit porky right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that bit of that barbecue smell.
Mm.
So, yeah, whoever's on watch at 3 a.m, I was imagining that's the last watch. Any volunteers on that one?
Go do it.
We'll take it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can both do it.
Okay.
So Gotrek and Rory is your manning the last watch, keeping a keen eye out, particularly to the south. But Rory also watching the skies. And you do see a little gleam in the distance at first, and as it gets closer and the moonlight shines off it, you recognise the long serpentine form of Taraxes, with Rogar riding atop him as they circle in, come for a landing. Let me just check if we've actually got... He is still muted.
I'm here, bitches.
There he is. So
That's what Rogar says as well.
So a rather grumpy, very tired and annoyed looking Rogar dismounts Taraxes, laying a lance against Taraxes' wing as the wyvern stretches his neck. Rogar, you are... I mean, everyone is kind of tired. It's been the last couple of days. It's been much travel, much emotion. You've been kind of non-stop. You had your rest yesterday, but since then you've done another full journey back to Phandalin and then back again. It's all been a bit non-stop.
I need rest.
Aye, you look like shit. Go
Thank
rest. We'll keep watch for the rest of the night.
What do I see? Are there any tents, or are you just like sleeping on the floor?
Sleeping rough.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm
Uh.
assuming Oscar's got his little tiny hut.
Oh yeah.
I
I
believe you can't go in it.
I can't go in it because I can't see it.
No. I believe it has to be people. If you were inside because it's Lehman's tiny hut, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I can
Isn't it
designate
you
who's
have to
allowed
be?
in.
it's a
Yeah, I
permission.
thought it was.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought
Oscar's
it was
right. It's
they
a
were
permission
inside.
thing. Oscar can't leave it. Once
Okay.
it's cast, he has to stay within the area.
But I can designate who can come in.
I'll just tell Traxxas to keep a lookout.
No, actually, I'm checking the description. I think Godric might be correct.
Really?
Creatures and objects within the dome when you cast this spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
So, Rogar, you're sitting outside.
I'll ask Traxxas to just keep stay within a mile, but just to keep a lookout.
Okay. So as you pick up your lance again, Traxxas kind of does what amounts to a shrug for a wyvern, picks up and starts doing lazy circles.
Such a lazy boy. And I'll just get my bedroll and just find a spot next to a wall or without any body parts, and just.
Hey, he's only as active as his master, right?
Nah.
Rogar's
Not
had
now,
a very
Oscar.
busy day. Okay.
I'll take off what armor I can stand to and then just flop down.
So a few more hours pass. Dawn comes. It's about 7, 8 a.m. What is everyone's plan? Do you want to let Rogar rest a bit longer?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we let
Full
Rogar
strength party.
rest. We'll do breakfast. Wake him in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Well, at this point, he's had about 4 hours sleep, but a couple of hours would probably work. I don't think you need the long rest. It's just I'm trying to juggle in my head how many hours you've been on your
It's been
feet.
stressful for the big boy.
Yeah. I think, in fact, at this point, you've been on your feet for 3. Yeah, since 8 a.m. the previous day. So.
Yeah, 19 hours is going to do you
That's the
no
one. 19.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you take a few more hours to rest up. It's good for your mounts as well. The Taraxes doesn't need rest, but the goats, they're mortal creatures. They do, and they got. I hesitate to use the phrase. They got ridden hard yesterday, as well as the day before. That's why I didn't want to use the phrase.
Sorry, I'm a child.
Yeah, because most of our players are under the age of 18.
Mentally.
Mentally, yeah.
So, who's cooking breakfast? What have we got?
Well, I think I'll probably need to try and catch you some breakfast since we.
Yeah. Do you want a hand, Krishna?
Yeah, I'll go for a. We'll do a survival check.
Go for it, Grishnak.
Help action.
Oh, why not eating that?
Hey, wrap for breakfast.
Unfortunately, as eager as Rory is to help, he has no experience of
Not. I just wake
of
up on my breakfast.
wildlife, of hunting. Grishnak, the amount of times that you're getting ready, you're lining up a javelin throw on a good-sized buck or a large boar. Rory just finds the loudest stick that he can step on in the woods, causing a large cracking sound that always sends your quarry scurrying. Very apologetic. You can't quite bring yourself to be cross at him, but actually, I don't think I should be saying this. That's up to you guys to decide how pissed off you are at each other. But the hunt is not a success.
No, Grishnak's still too sad to be tetchy, so he's just could have probably done better on my own if I'm honest. But thanks for your help anyway.
Sorry.
Hang on, I'm being completely remiss. Because Rory, you don't have any proficiency with the survival skill, but
I do not.
Did do the help action.
Yeah.
So yeah, Grishnak, roll again.
Oh, great stuff.
I'm getting all caught up in my head.
Yeah,
Nope,
definitely
Krishna,
not
what do you
helping.
think this chord
shit.
is? What does that sound like to
Still
you?
shit.
It sounds like we're not eating anything because you're scaring them off, you twat.
Oh,
Oh dear. So at this point, knowing that we're not getting any food, can I kind of go off and do my little berry gathering thing that I do occasionally? Because people got to eat.
I would say, yeah, between going off, finding the odd berry bush here and there to forage,
Are there any mushrooms?
yeah, or, anything like that. You're able to get together, I'd say, just enough between all of you having a look for various things. It's not a very satisfying meal, but you do what you can. So I'll say, yeah, eventually you are able to gather together the makings of a breakfast, but there's no meat, there's no real carbs. It is roots, berries.
Well, it's not the first time I've had mush for breakfast, and it won't be the last. Let's wake Rugar and disappoint him with this bountiful feast.
Aye, that's a plan.
Well, I wouldn't wake up for that.
Well, you fucking managed to not catch any meat, so you have to wake up, Rugar.
Well, I think our talented bard should do that.
Well, Oscar.
Well, pick one.
pretend that didn't have a feeling.
So,
If we play the bagpipes today.
yeah, Oscar's very quiet. Is his mic dead?
No, I'm just
Ah, there he is.
paying attention.
Okay, so you were scared to do it. Shall I do it?
Oh, fuck it.
I'm
I'm
like,
just gonna, Gotrik's just
wait,
gonna walk up.
why
On your
are we
feet,
eating this-
boy!
Why are we eating this horrible meal when clerics can just create food and water?
Because I don't have it prepared.
Yeah, I did that.
Swearing in Draconic.
Aye, grab some.
Oh, sorry.
Aye, it's fine.
I haven't
I
heard
was
those
having
words
a
in
dream.
years.
So, bad dream.
I would say you kiss your mother with that mouth.
Why would you kiss your mother? That is disgusting.
When did you get Draconic, Cal?
From the start.
Oh, really? It just never got brought up. That's so weird.
It's never had to be brought up because he's never done anything overly draconic before, but he obviously
man.
made a point of saying he was swearing. So I'd like to know what the swears were.
Yeah, tell us.
Something
It
about
was,
kissing your mother, Cal.
Yeah.
Ooh. My mother's the only one who still speaks to me. I will fucking kill you. What did you say about our mother?
It was anyone who's not got a bloody blade, I'm gonna fuck their corpse.
Oh,
So,
Fucking hell.
What's happening? Where's breakfast? I mean,
Here it-
has anybody
here it
had
is.
breakfast?
I'm just gonna produce the bowl of schlop. Like, it's not great. Tastes better than if it was bark or a tree. So it's better than that.
Dragonborns have eyebrows. I'm raising one of them.
Aye, it tastes better than.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, if we're
Apologies.
gonna do some slaying of some orc scum today, I believe we'll need our strength. And I'm just gonna take a spoon and just like,
Rogar chows down. Roll to chow.
Chris just sort of winces a bit at the term orc scum.
I sort of go through my backpack and
sorry, but yeah. Just gonna wave to the scene around and be like, "It's I don't know what clan they are, so I know nothing. I would be more specific, but I don't know."
Well, I don't know if he still goes by the same clan name, but they used to be the Burned Rock tribe. Back when I heard of them.
Burned Rock tribe.
Obviously, now Garrick seems to have taken in a lot of the other tribes. He may have changed the name, but back years ago, that's what they used to call his tribe.
Aye. Burned Rock scum, then it is.
Aye, Burned Rock scum it is.
Aye. Now, Krishna, didn't you say you knew where they were? Like from the tracks?
You did find a pretty solid trail shortly after arriving. It would be easy enough to follow that.
Yeah, they've left a trail that we can follow.
Good.
They're not the best at covering the tracks. Not that they fucking care, to be honest.
Did you guess numbers from the number of tracks they left, or still don't know?
You came to you guesstimate about a couple of dozen, which Gortrek is about the same estimate that you came to when you were investigating around the village.
Okay.
We found the ogre tracks as well, didn't we?
Yes, you did note that amongst the more humanoid-sized tracks, there were also the large footprints that suggested an ogre or something of similar size.
Yeah, they've got something big with them as well.
Ogre, perhaps? Maybe a giant?
Around that sort of size, yeah.
I'm assuming this is the same group that Spoons told us about. Goblin? The goblin who broke into the manor?
Guttrick's kind of just like, not wincing, kind of like,
I'm calling him Spoons for now.
straining. Aye, that's quite a nice name for a little shit.
Well, yeah, it wasn't wrong.
Aye, but I want those spoons back, and I want that gold back.
I mean, the question is, how did he know about it now? Who's he working for?
I don't know, but I'm probably thinking, with Rogar's permission, with the use of the talons, we put a bounty on goblins and other goblinoids in the area. I think that would be
You want to put a
appropriate.
bounty on an entire race?
I think he's.
Aye.
I think he's a little bit jaded. I don't think we can demonize all goblins just because we've got one who's a little thieving fuck.
Yes, well done, Cal.
I think I'd actually have to agree with Cal.
Aye, fair enough then. Fine. I'm
But
just setting my ways.
What we can do is put a bounty on that one goblin's head if he turns back up. And at least, well, I don't think we'll actually hold him for long because he seems to be able to get away from fucking everyone. But if we've got him, at least we can question him properly and not be at his disposal.
True.
I think we won't see him again until he needs us for something else.
I agree. I just think that if we've got a bounty out there, Gotrek will feel better.
You are correct. Gotrek would feel better.
I can make you a poster with my calligraphy tools if you want, Trek.
Excellent. I like that idea. But first, the task at hand, I think.
Oh,
So-
yes, of course, yes.
Guys, I'm not sure if I can have another meal like that. So could we utilize a flying friend and send someone back to get some rations?
Are we not all going back to Fandolin? Is that which way are they?
I
Heading
I
into
thought
the
they were
mountain, I
moving
believe.
away from Fandolin.
So
I thought they were digging into the mountain.
you guys are currently in Conyberry, approximately here.
I can't
Oh,
see a
wait.
map.
I'm really good at this. I'll move myself onto a different page. I won't move you guys. How's that?
Yay,
Yay.
sexy
Okay.
map.
So you guys are about here. The tracks go south into the hills.
And Fandolin's over here.
Fandlin. Yeah, Fandlin's about here.
So how long would it take Rogar to fly back to Fandolin, pick up some
He was just there.
At a
Yeah, I know.
sensible pace, Rogar, you know it would take you. At a fast pace, it takes you about 9 hours.
Shit. Okay,
Um,
let's
can-
just crack on then, and we'll keep our eyes out on the way for stray animals. And worst case scenario, one of us can fireball / kill it with
Well,
fire. So it'll be
Let it
cooked as well. Yeah, be cooked as well.
I've
I'm
had a
down for
thought
that.
actually. Rogar, your mountain, is it
Yes.
fairly clever?
Yes, I would say so.
Yeah. Well, why don't one of you who can send messages send a message to Doran? You know, my mate from the tavern, the old bandit.
Aye.
Yeah. Well, let him know we need a bit of dried meat. Get him to put something together. We send the mount on its own, and get it to meet us back along the trail.
He's not a delivery service, and I think it would be quite useful in battle.
And what's the travel time to where we think they are?
You're
No
not
idea.
sure.
If we're going off into the hills, is
Um,
it going to take us 18 hours?
Grishnak,
Really?
do me a survival or a nature check.
I'll definitely do a survival check.
13. Okay, no, you're not sure. You think you might have heard in your couple of years working as a hunter around Fanlin. You feel like you've heard someone mention Wyvern Tor before, but you don't actually know where it is. You're not sure
I could
quite how
send
far it is.
Taraxis to scout ahead. As long as he stays within a mile, I think I can, a mile or so, I can talk to him.
That might be a better option, actually.
Although, if they see a wyvern flying around, it might alert them
It's
to
not
our
exactly
presence.
covert. It's
Well, it is wyvern Tor. Maybe they think one is coming back to roost, but they might be on their guard. If he stays at a distance, it might be good just to have an eye in the sky.
Okay. So we venture onwards.
Okay. So
I've got an idea.
Hmm.
I have I can cast Beast Sense as a ritual, so I could actually see what your mount sees if it flew up and give us like a bird's eye view, so to speak.
I don't know if it counts as a beast.
Would it not?
I'm sorry, I'm just reading Beast Sense. Yeah, Rogar, you could, I'd say you could state to Grishnak with pretty solid conviction that Taraxis does not count as a normal animal.
Yes,
It was worth
you
a
could-
try.
It's
You
a
could
good
try
thought.
it,
I like the
please.
thought.
He doesn't strike me as a mortal in nature. In fact, I know he's not, actually. He told me.
Well, fair enough. It was worth a try, but guess we're going to do things the old-fashioned way.
Aye, actually, wouldn't our goats count as beasts?
They
Aye,
do.
but you're not going to send your goats off forward because they'll kill them and eat them.
Aye, but if we send all three of them forward, they might think they're
Then they'll kill all three and eat
Then
all
they'll
three.
think they've got a feast, and they'll
For
kill them and eat them.
fuck's sake, I'm just trying to think of just what would be natural.
They're all-
To kill them and eat. In fact, why the fuck did we not kill them and eat them for breakfast?
You ain't fucking touching my goat.
I'll let Butthead get sacrificed, and I'll just jump on the back of Oscar's.
What the fuck?
Goat's nice.
Okay. I think we need to get going.
Aye, we do.
Agreed.
I'm hungry.
Okay. So what's our marching order as you'll set off? Who's taking up the lead?
I'll take up the lead.
Who's got the best?
I shall follow on behind Grishnak on top of Sif.
Yep.
Jump on a boar.
believe. Yeah, you only
I'll-
took one of the boars, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's,
And I
there's room
believe
on Butthead for a little one.
Yeah. So each of you Doomfists, you're riding one of the goats. Grishnak, you were on one of the boars. I'm afraid I can't remember which boar you took with you.
I believe it was it Moonin?
Moonin, yeah.
Moonin. Okay. Yeah, Rory, you could fit on any of the other mounts with doubling up. You're quite light. Rogar, you're not.
Why don't I ride Tyraxes and stay low? And then I can always go up and down and maybe
Side to side.
side to side. I could just spy ahead slightly without flying around and alerting them.
Okay.
I would feel more comfortable on him than a boar.
So,
Yeah, right.
Grishnak and Gortrek, you're taking up the front. Rogar, you're eye in the sky. Cal, Oscar, Rory, you're going to kind of follow up behind.
Yeah, I'll get on with.
Getting on with Cal. Okay.
Whoa, butthead.
So, no. So,
He just thinks my face is going to scare anything off so they won't get hurt.
as you guys
Yeah,
set
and
off,
you're bigger than me, so I can hide directly behind you.
as you guys set off, once again, it's a bit of a grey, miserable day. You're now in Alturiak, which is colloquially known to many as the Claw of Winter, or sometimes the Claws of the Cold. So while you are moving towards the spring equinox, it's still pretty bitter. You know, you're in January essentially.
I equip my all-weather cloak.
Good idea. As it starts to rain, lightly at first, but picking up consistency as the day wears on, and it is bitterly cold. Moving into the hills south of Conyberry, the wind it creates these little channels for the wind to howl through. So where you hoped that it might give you some shelter, it seems to just act to funnel the wind into your face. Okay, so Grishnak, once again, can I have a survival check, please?
Guidance.
Giving Bardic Inspiration.
Guidance.
I would say you can certainly do all of those things, yeah? Remember, Bardic Inspiration is a resource. You can use them up.
Yeah. Definitely need something.
Okay, you go for.
Guidance. Did that work?
Oh dear.
Yeah, that works.
Sorry, I'm hearing no sound though from my roll 20. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
And then you can add a D6.
You get an inspiration from Uri as well.
Okay.
So roll
What does
D6.
guidance give me?
+4.
Gotrek rolled it, so it's just giving you a straight 4 on that one. Okay, so that's a total of 14.
14.
Okay. The trail does get a little trickier to follow, moving into the hills. You know that it's rained. You're not sure how long ago they were at Conyberry. You figure maybe a day, and the rain could have. It's quite muddy underfoot. The rain could have done quite a bit to mask that, but you are able to. You're able to keep the group on the track, easy enough. Rogar, can you do me a perception check? I'm going to say with advantage because of your
Yes.
vantage point.
So vantage.
Okay.
16.
So you don't see anything moving in on the party. You see the occasional. They don't have giant goats this far south. You just have regular-sized goats, which you do see a few of up and down the hills here and there. But you don't see anything threatening, and you don't see any signs of any kind of orc warband as such. Until you get towards the end of the first day's travel, just before you lose light, you do spot something that stands out on the top of a hill, just a little way from you guys. The sun is starting to set, and it's a little way to your southeast, probably a couple of miles. It's just
What does it look like?
It looks like little black specks that stand out on the kind of on the profile of the hill, if that makes sense.
Like structures or
Not structures, no.
right.
It's little kind of black spots that seem a little out of place.
Okay. I'll fly down and I'll make sure to tell people about the goats, and I'm like, oh, there's goats, and then we could eat a goat, blah 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 blah. And then I'll pop down at the end of the day, and I guess I'm periodically checking in, but at the end of the day, I'll come and land, and there is there's something up ahead on a hill, looked unusual, a couple of miles ahead. I'll say to Krishnak, who's at the front.
Be careful. Take it slow.
Are we pressing on, or are we bedding down for the evening?
Maybe
like
we should
the
make camp tonight. Or maybe we should use the element of surprise.
Guttrick's just going to run up. I like the idea of a night raid. That could prove useful.
It's, for those of you who can see in the dark.
Aye, but
Burn them in their beds.
Aye, but what if Calibre starts a fire in the middle? Fireball as an opening shot. Ignite the camps.
That could work. If we're going for surprise, perhaps I could take Daraxis and loop around the back of the mountain. When I see the fireball go up, I could swoop in. Swoopy swoop.
Swoopy swoop.
Swoopy swoop. Aye, I like the swoop idea.
What does everyone think? I'm down with that. I have no problem in dropping a fireball right in the middle of their camp.
Oh, I know you don't.
Aye, I like a night raid.
Well, last time we did a night raid, we fucked up the whole castle, didn't we?
Aye.
We need to scout ahead, though. We have no idea of the topography of the land.
Aye, wait a second. Oscar, where are you?
No, what's he doing?
I don't know.
He's awfully quiet. I don't like it.
I said what?
Oh, okay. Sorry, brother. I didn't hear you. No, you know you can make people invisible.
And?
Could you do it to that? And I'm pointing to your wyvern.
Oh, fucking hell.
And could you do it for a prolonged period of time?
I can do it for an hour.
That works.
I think an hour's enough time for what we need.
Aye.
I walk up, touch the wyvern, and make it invisible.
So Taraxis is currently invisible.
I guess I'm just like I'm.
I was going to say, how does that work? It's like, there's a dragonborn, it's flying, it has no wings.
Rogar now looks peculiar, sat astride.
Wonder Woman in a I guess I will get down, and I just kind of slip off.
Taraxis turns his head to you as you climb up.
Actually, third level, I'd make you both invisible.
Oh.
That's
I
cool.
don't know if it. I mean, it sounds like very intensive. Maybe we should just send Taraxis. He can scout and come back.
But I'd rather you both go.
Okay.
I think that's a fair idea, though. If the two of you go, two eyes, well, technically 4 eyes are better than 2.
Invisible flying dragon riding a wyvern. Okay, it's fine by me.
Okay, so
They're not going to know what
off,
fucking hits them.
I guess I can't.
Spell.
I can't see him. I'm just like touching my hands out for him. Like,
Climbing
shit,
back
I've
onto
lost it.
Taraxis is difficult and takes you a couple of minutes.
Whoa!
You hear Taraxis' voice coming into your head. You look ridiculous. You know that.
I know. I feel ridiculous.
Well, it's
At
a
least
good
no one can
thing
see me.
that the others can't see you.
Yes.
Okay,
Shall
so
we go?
So what are you doing? You flying in for doing a flyby?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay high enough so they can't hear like the beating of his wings or something. But I'm gonna try and get a couple of circles, get back within the hour.
Okay, so you fly up and over. How? I'm trying to think how high you'd be. Flaps. Okay, so you fly over once. Not seeing any movement down there. You can see the same, I'd say about 4 black specks, one a little larger than the other and rather central to the hill. That's about it.
Am I able to discern what it is from this distance?
Coming in and flying a little bit lower, you can see that what you've actually found is the remains of a campsite. The large black speck in the middle seems to be where a campfire was the night before. The others appear to be refuse. One seems like the bones and leftovers of whatever they had for dinner the night before, whereas the other seems, well, also the leftovers of whatever they'd had for dinner, but in a different manner.
Shit.
Literally.
Am I able to discern if there any obvious tracks?
You can do a survival check.
Like, yeah. 12.
Okay. You're not sure per se, but it looks like some people. There seems to be some grass tramped down and heading off further to the southeast. Yeah, you can see there are tracks. You could find.
Okay. Could I head? How much longer have I got left, roughly?
On your invisibility?
Would I kind of? I'm kind of trying to keep track, roughly.
You've got, I'd say, about 40 minutes.
Okay, I will head up and then try and track roughly where they're going. See if I can see any fire or anything like that.
Okay. Do me another perception check. Yeah, with advantage.
16.
16. No, you can't. You can't see any sign. You can't see any campfires on the horizon, or anything like that.
I guess I'll push on for a little bit, and then I guess when I see nothing, I'll just head back.
So you kind of fly in a little bit further, but I've actually just noticed that your survival should have been a 3, not a 12.
Oh yes.
So yeah, you push on a little further before it occurs to you that you might have been mistaken, and what you thought was tracks might have just been where a goat wandered up over the last day, and worried about getting off course and getting too far from the group, you decide it's probably best to head back.
Yep.
And report findings that it was not in fact the Orc warband, but the remains of what appears to have been their camp from the night before.
I guess I'll hover. I'll fly in still invisible.
I'd say your invisibility is probably probably worn off by now.
I'm a ghost dragon. It looks like the remains of a camp. I'm no tracker. I don't know where they've gone. They left their shit and firewood, etc.
Oh, shit.
I'm not a tracker. Perhaps if we push on now, we could find, one of you, Grishnak, could find where they've gone.
Well, we should probably take a look at the camp, but then bed down ourselves as well.
I mean, who knows? They could be hidden under the ground or something insane.
Well, to be honest, when it's this cold, they're probably going to be looking for caves.
Yes. Why didn't I think of that? Caves, of course. Shall we push on? Maybe we can make camp at that camp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Might as well.
Okay, so you head up to the hilltop. How are you going about making camp? Are you going for an open fire? Are you going to deploy Lehman's hut again, or what's the plan?
Probably best if we don't do open fires.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we want them to know that we're coming for them.
Yeah. Well, Oscar, as wimpy as I think your little tent is, I think being invisible might have its advantage tonight. So maybe we should all stay in there.
Aye.
You know what? Just for that, nah, we're gonna risk it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh. I was only joking, Oscar. Let's not be stupid.
I'm like, you stay there, Grishnak, for 10 minutes. That's how you'll
you putting him in
prove you're sorry.
timeout?
Yup.
I'll go sit on a naughty step then.
I
Well,
will then get the rest of
someone's-
them. And then I'll
someone's
ritual
got
cast
to take-
Leomid's tiny hut without Grishnak in it.
Oh my god.
So
That's
someone's
what he
got to take
gets.
first watch.
Well, your stomachs are also voicing their displeasure.
Hmm.
Shall
I did see some goats on the mountain.
shall we go hunting?
Yeah, maybe go for some night hunting since I'm not allowed in the tent.
I'll come with you. I
Okay.
Yeah,
can't
you guys can do that while I eat a ration.
I'm gonna
Shall we-
dig for
You
what?
don't have any rations.
I got a couple.
No, no one topped up on any rations before setting off.
Hmm.
If they're in your bag, you should have deleted them.
Can I?
I cleared everyone's
Search
rations
some
when I
root
updated their carrot sheets because those things don't last for 2 years.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
So,
So,
are you up for trying the cooking whilst killing? I feel I could
Yeah,
have a go.
you kill some things. I'll cook it. I have cooking tools.
Oh yeah, I knew someone had cooking tools.
Yeah,
Just
do you remember
thinking I could-
that time he cooked that deer for us?
Aye, that's what I'm thinking.
I think he'd be better off with a natural flame, don't you, Cal?
Aye, let's go.
okay, Grishnak, do us another survival advantage, please. We're going to call this session survival and perception.
Oh yeah.
Are you joking?
Okay, you are able to catch a couple of goats.
Boom.
So it's
It's actually
Not
the goats
feast.
that we travelled on.
it's not a feast, but it's going to be a bit more satisfying and filling, at least than the night before.
Can I try and go digging for potatoes?
Digging for potato.
Sure,
Or like vague medieval root vegetable?
sure.
Potatoes.
Just do us
Tubers.
just do us a straight survival check. Yeah, you find some more root veg. It's a little bit bitter. They're a little bit on the weedy side, as wild ones tend to be. But you've got the makings of a meal here.
Cool. It's basically like a
Okay.
stew.
Yeah, I can cook it, and then one of you will have to take a bowl out for Grishnak.
Go on, then, Oscar.
I
If you
think-
do a cooking utensils check.
I do. What attribute?
I'd say you're doing this with. We'll go with wisdom. You're doing simple food. This is more of an experience, intuition-based cooking.
So 18.
Yep. So you managed to, with use of a little bit of seasoning that you carry with you, knowing just how long to cook a goat for to get the most out of it. You managed to turn relatively plain offerings into quite a tasty dish. I would say the only downside is that all of you are left wanting, feeling like you could have had just a bit more.
Right, well, I'll take that over Rory's mushroom broth any day.
I don't have a mushroom broth.
That's what you fed us for breakfast.
That was
That
mixed
has nothing to do.
fruits.
I just helped. Okay, never mind.
It's like when you burnt that inn down, you claim not to do that as well.
Yeah, that was definitely me. Yeah, I clearly remember doing that. Thank God you're here, Cat.
I'm glad you finally admitted it, Rory. That's the first step.
God. Oh, joy.
I'll take a bowl to Grishnak if no one else has.
On the naughty step.
It's got to have been over 10 minutes now, be allowed in, surely.
He's already cast the spell. He's
Can't
fucked
get
him.
So, obviously, Oscar has to remain within the hut overnight. Who's doing watches?
Well,
I'll
I
go
may as well
first.
do fast watch as well since I'm.
Or Rodar, do you want to go first? With your eyes.
Yeah, me.
Yes.
I mean,
No,
it's going to
no,
be dark throughout
one-
the night regardless.
Say Rogar might be better on the last watch because it'll be breaking dawn.
Arguably,
I.e.
yeah.
Twilight.
Eyes.
Twilight.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh dear.
So
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
do
I'm not
last.
proud of that one. I'll go first if you want with Grishnak.
Okay, so
'Cause we bonded over the hunt.
you can either do one at advantage or you can both make individual rolls. Both do individual rolls. That's always more fun.
Mhm.
Cool.
Dice aren't liking either of us tonight.
Yeah, getting all these middling rolls out of the way before we back on
Mm.
that.
Okay, so yeah, you don't spot anything of note throughout the night. You certainly don't spot any. You certainly don't spot any orcs. Yep. So your watch passes without any particular. Yeah, nothing of interest.
Is Grishnak not going to be able to get into the little hut though? Because
No.
okay,
Yes.
so I
That's what he gets for mouthing it off.
Yes,
cook him
because
in, Cal.
Oscar would never mouth off to
I'm
anyone.
gonna I'm sorry, my brother's being a bit of a dick. So I'll give you my old leather cloak, but I want it back. I want it back tomorrow.
It's all right. I'm wearing a big fuck off bearskin.
Yeah, you
cloak.
do note that Grishnak has a massive, heavy-duty
Aye, but-
bearskin cloak.
We are. We're
Yeah,
not
but he's not
exactly.
wearing a shirt though.
We're not exactly bathing on the coast. It's a bit cold. Even
I
if you use it
appreciate
as a
it.
pillar.
Yeah, I actually might use it as a pillow. I do appreciate it. I'm not sure if you remember, but I did live out here for a long time.
Aye, but you're not as savage as you used to be.
Well, I appreciate that, to be honest.
I get
But
off,
anyway,
off into the warm tent I go.
Tell you,
Good
tell
night,
you,
Grishnak.
Bradbury's a cunt.
I've got no issue telling that, and as I walk in the tent, I just kick Oscar in the back and say, "Your turn."
Oscar can't go and watch. Well, Oscar can go and watch.
Yeah, but then it'll fuck everything. Yeah.
Just gonna kick
maybe
him awake anyway.
I'm gonna kick him anyway. Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, who's next on watch?
I will. Godric
Yeah.
will.
Godric's gonna go.
Yeah, I'll go as well.
Godric
Salt
and
us out.
Rory. Okay, each do me perception checks.
Perception.
Ooh, big dice.
Rory's showing off.
Ooh,
Just as
standard.
well. Godric, you find yourself a little bit lost in your thoughts tonight. Whereas Rory, you're finding it quite helpful to abstract yourself from the events of the last couple of days, staying focused, staying sharp. Throughout your watch, you see a few silhouettes moving on hills in the distance, but they seem bipedal. Not bipedal, quadruped, the other one.
Quadruped.
Yeah, you feel like they're goats, you're pretty sure. Other than that, your watch does pass without major incident. Obviously, if you have anything you want to cover in that time, I know that you guys are all back after 2 years apart, but you don't have to. There's no obligation.
So, when you were in, what was it? Waterdeep?
Waterdeep, yes.
Aye. What was it like? Don't think I've been there. Fancy?
Yes, in some regards, yes, very fancy. Certainly the place I live you would call fancy, but just as any other place, there is a rift between Waterdeep, between the wealthy and those who have nothing. It is in many regards a wondrous city, a splendor that our continent has to offer, but in other ways, it is just as corrupt as the dealings that we've had out here.
Oh, right.
So if you were expecting it to be nicer.
Not really. You haven't been to Mithril Hall, have you?
I have not.
No, that place is nice. It's just a bit weird if you're not a dwarf or if you're just a bit different. So
What
I'm
are you
used to
saying?
that.
Racial prejudices? I would have never guessed.
No, not racial.
Mm.
Matters probably more on the spiritual, probably.
Oh, okay.
Or that might just be more family related. I don't really know. But I was more inquiring about the smiths. Is there much difference between my craft and their craft? I mean, you've had my sword.
Gotrek, I've met a few whose forging is blessed, such as yours. There are certainly master craftsmen in Waterdeep, but I imagine there are a few who craft just the way that you do.
Gotrek like straightens up at that, like, thank you. That's rather nice. I like you, Rory. I really do.
I like you too, Gotrek. Next time we have downtime, we are going to go out for a walk, you and me.
Excellent. I'd like that.
Yeah?
Where are we going?
Anywhere. We'll find anything, just a normal day where you're not in the forge all day, you're under the sun, and we can forget about murder for 24 hours.
Well, it's either murder or forging. It's pretty good for me, actually. I split between the two.
Quite, yes.
And I'll tell you what, we can, if you want, I've been working quite hard. I still can't believe it was 2 years. Felt like nothing. But the stuff I've been working on, especially with my apprentice, oh, you'd be amazed. Literally amazed.
I'm
You
sure
need to
I
go
would,
see
yes.
the Echo Cave as well. It's amazing. And the
I
wagon,
haven't been since we got it back.
and you'd be impressed with the wagon.
Oh,
It's
of
a
course, the
monster
wagon.
now. And I will explain to Rory through our
Okay.
through the murder smith. Yes, I like it. Murder smith.
So you're basically going to describe what you're working on in regards to the wagon.
Yes, and my other bits and bobs with a bit of hush hush on my centerpiece, which is the hammer. It's like, but yes, no, this is my pride and joy now. 3 solid weeks of work. Do you want to hold it? It's a bit heavy. It's very heavy.
I got it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Hold it.
Just drop the hammer. It's mithril, black iron, and a load of other stuff. Yeah, it's like I'm like a kid at Christmas. Like, Mummy, look what I got.
Gotrek, this weighs as much as I do.
Aye, but it's special as well. Hit something.
I nudge into a tree. I can't even swing it.
There's no trees up on this hilltop. There are a few largish rocks.
Yeah, I love a good rock.
Yeah.
Let's hit a rock.
Okay, roll me a d20 and add your strength modifier.
-1.
Do you have proficiency with warhammers?
No.
Oh, disadvantage. Disadvantage.
Well,
So you with a bit of heaving, you raise the warhammer up above your head, and just as it gets to that kind of that peak, that apex of your raise, and you're about to bring it crashing down on the rock before you. You realise that you're ever so slightly off balance, and you slowly start teetering backwards.
Okay, maybe not. Let me. I'm just going to take the hammer off him. Like, watch this, and I'm just going to smash the hammer on top of the rock.
Yeah, you don't need to do an attack roll. You can if you want to show off.
I would like to show damage.
Okay, go on then. Yeah,
ooh.
the rock, it's a tricky one, but it's not able to dodge out of the way. And as the rock impacts, Rory, you see a little spark, a little flash come off of where the hammerhead makes contact. There's a little crackle all around the hammerhead, but particularly from the point of impact. And after a second, the rock just splits, partly from the impact, the force, but also you get the impression that from the little tongues or forks of lightning that course out from the cracks as the rock splits open, that might have played a role as well. Notice the exposed.
Just looking wide-eyed.
You made this?
Aye. 3 weeks. Best I've ever made.
1 week.
Very much worth it. Yes.
1
This is
week?
the armor.
Oh, wait, I thought that was 6 months.
You might be right. Ignore me.
I'm talking to myself. Sorry, I've just... hit myself in the head.
Yeah, I
maybe.
think a nice walk would do you some good, Godric.
I probably actually. I may go slightly insane.
Cool. Well, let's get Rogar up for his
Aye.
watch.
Okay. Do me a perception check, Rogar.
Sure, I've not got advantage. Toggle.
I would say, okay.
Nice.
I see all.
Well, it's not so much that you conceal. Your vision is as limited as ever, but Taraxes decides to keep you company throughout your watch.
Hey.
And every now and then, Taraxes, you do realise quite early on, he's not... You've been aware of this for a while, potentially, as he's been your companion for a bit, but Taraxes is not great conversation. He's quite a simple creature. Most of the evening, most of the early morning, rather, consists of him just turning his head from left to right and occasionally going, "There's one. There's one."
There's one what?
As he spots horned, 4 legs, small,
Like a goat.
shaggy.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
Dinner.
don't- but you don't have to point out the goats. It's okay.
There's one.
Is there another goat?
Yes.
Okay. You
There's
don't have to
2.
do that. Okay.
So it's a tedious few hours,
I love him.
but he's alert. He's taking his duty very seriously.
If only we had a 6th party member who could share watches.
Only.
So, morning comes, brings back with it the cold rain that you're starting to get a little bit too used to. You miss journeying in summer. Okay, so as you get ready to set off again, Grishnak, can we have another survival check, please? I'm assuming then you're going with the same plan as the day before?
Yeah. Get
Well, 'cause
ready
you're
for a
following the
big
trail.
failure.
I also
you
tell
do the,
Rogar that I saw goats.
Sorry, that you saw goats.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
Yes, I saw. We saw lots of goats.
Sorry.
Can I
Not
guidance
it.
that,
I should have
please?
said Grishnak, because you can do that with guidance and with advantage if someone's helping.
Guidance.
And I'm
What's shot?
assuming that...
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
wow.
Oh.
I'm assuming that Rory is as willing to help as he
Yeah,
was.
Rory,
is.
would you like to help?
Oh yeah, hang on.
Nudge, nudge. So go and roll again, Grishnak.
There you go.
That's just a more
Whee!
roll advantage. Yep. Okay. That's good. I didn't want you getting lost. Okay, so it does take you a little while in the morning, partly because Rogar kind of is like, over here, there are the tracks. And you can look at him, but start following. You quickly realise that, no, this was just goats. So coming back to the hilltop, starting again, have a look around, and you are able to find tracks left by the Orc Warband.
Would I have any indication how fresh the tracks were?
Yeah, they look roughly a day old.
Well, boys, I think a day's travel that way is going to lead us straight to them.
Aye, you think?
I do.
Fast pace, quick pace. What do you think?
Well, I don't think we should be rushing about.
Aye, okay.
They'll have the backs up.
Should we do a night raid again? Same plan as night gone.
Well, I'm always up for a night raid if everyone else is.
Aye.
Okay. So, you set up for another day of travel. Rogar, you doing Eye in the Sky?
Excuse me.
Peal of thunder in the distance. So, are you doing Eye in the Sky then, Rogar?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay, go forward. Let's do us a perception.
Perception with advantage.
Because you are high up.
He's so
Come
high.
on. Oh God.
You're
He's
burning
talking
up
about
your,
goats again, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah, Taxis, he's got a bit of a new hobby. And as you're
Goat
flying
spot.
along, he's just going, there's one. There's 3. There's one. You find it just a little bit distracting.
We're looking for orcs, not goats, please.
There's none.
I start to get into it as
There's
well
none.
and get distracted.
There's none.
There's 2. I saw more.
2 ox. Hang on.
2? Where?
You said you saw 2.
No, there are 2 goats.
Oh, I
I
thought
saw
you were
more
looking
than
for
you.
ox.
Yes, you were looking at goat. Wait.
There's 3. This goes on for some time.
God, what I got myself into.
Okay. So, again, you reach the end of the day's travel. You find a where are you looking to set up camp? Are you looking for another hilltop? Are you looking for something more secluded?
Ground.
I,
Anakin.
I'll kill you.
I don't know. I'll ask Krishnak. What are we looking for? What do you think, Mr. Survivor Boy?
Well, I think we're close to him now, so it would be best not to draw attention to ourselves.
Agreed. Perhaps some shelter, a cave, or I don't know.
Well, if Oscar wants to use his tent again,
Aye, wait, Krishnag, if we're not that far behind, what if we do the same plan as before? Make Roga and his wyvern invisible, and they can go off and scout in the direction we think they are, and actually find out how far behind we are?
yeah, well, we might as well give it a go.
Yeah, I'm just saying. If Roga's
Yeah,
up
to
for
do
it,
that. If Oscar wants to expend some of his magical energy.
I should really start charging you guys for this. Make them both invisible.
Okay.
I'm a ghost.
So, invisible Rogar setting off on.
Go check guidance in.
guidance!
Remember, guidance only lasts for about a minute.
The opposite direction.
Oscar,
How
I've
does
got a
Bardic
question,
Inspiration
actually.
How long does Bardic Inspiration last? What's your question?
10 minutes, I think.
Oscar, I was just
It is
thinking,
10 minutes.
if you make someone invisible and then they do a shit, does the shit come out invisible?
Never really thought about it.
Let's give it a try. Rogar, do a shit.
Aye, time's wasting.
No, I wish I was dead.
Vengeance for that village. Vengeance for Conyberry. That's our objective here.
I am all bunged up. I haven't eaten properly.
Get your ass in the sky!
I take off and begin heading. I guess I call to Grishnak on the way. Which way do I go?
So you're able to point him
South.
in roughly the direction the tracks continue. Okay.
South.
Yeah, go south.
So do us another perception check, Rogar. You don't have advantage on this one because the sunlight is quickly fading from the sky. You're mostly relying on Taraxes for this one.
Ooh.
Okay. So you fly out for a little while, and you're getting ready to give up because you can't see a damn thing. Just as you're about to tell Taraxes to turn around, there's one.
Stop looking at goats.
It's not a goat.
What?
Light. Bright light. In the hill.
Do I see bright light in hill?
You have to squint, and then just for a second you can't, and then as he's still kind of slowly flying forwards, all of a sudden you do, and it's gone for another second, and then flying forward a little further you see it again. It's possibly like an angle thing. An angle thing. I describe that terribly. You see what appears to be possibly the reflection of torchlight or a campfire in the distance. But every now and then you seem to lose sight of it. You're not sure whether there's something like trees blocking you between you and there, or whether it's at a certain angle, if it's simply masked by...
Okay, can I tell how far away it is?
It's about a mile or two.
Okay, and between there and me, is the terrain look passable, or?
It's perfectly passable from what you can see.
Okay.
It seems much the same as what you've been. You are getting closer towards the actual start of the Sword Mountains, but you are still in the foothills.
Okay, I will. How long have I got left, roughly? Do I think that I've got left?
You reckon you've probably got anywhere from 15 to 10 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I will push forward for 5 minutes, just to see if I can get. Just going to try and push it, and then I'm just going to bolt it back.
Okay. So yeah, you fly forward another 5 minutes just to confirm that there is a light on a hill just a little far away. It's not natural.
Okay. Upon establishing it's not natural, I will turn around and book ass.
Yeah,
all the way
full
back.
speed. It really doesn't take long to get back to them at all. You almost overshoot them.
Oh shit!
With, it depends. Has the hut been deployed?
Gotrek is waiting. If it was deployed, Gotrek is just waiting for
It
Rogar to
hasn't been
return.
deployed yet, no.
Not yet. Okay. So you almost overshoot, but you do see the group kind of waiting in the little valley.
Yeah, I get down, and there's about a mile or so, maybe two, ahead in the foothills. I saw a torch. It's definitely a torch, a light of some kind.
I think we move then, lads.
Night raid?
Night raid.
Night raid.
So
All those in favour say aye.
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 Aye?
That's 4. We're going.
Good. As I slap Rory on the back.
Rogar, if you need
Let's do
light on
this.
your sword, just say kumquat.
How long does it last for?
Light, I think it lasts for...
An hour.
Okay, I'll say it close to the time then, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Just want to touch his point, don't you?
as you push on into the night, easy. You push on into the night. Rogar's not so good with distances. It's more like 3 to 4 miles. And I
2 miles. I
from
was
where you
correct.
were. It was 2 miles from where you were when you saw it, and you're already about 2 miles out, but that's okay. You have pushed on for an extra hour of travel, so I do need everyone to make a Constitution save. Against potential exhaustion.
Oh, shit me.
A
Okay.
check or a save?
Save.
Oof.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay,
bit-
so
yeah.
Cal and Rory, you've picked up just the 1 level of exhaustion,
Oh, good.
which is going to give you disadvantage on ability checks.
Great, I don't need those.
Yeah, I don't need
Yeah.
abilities.
Okay.
Hey, sniff this. Yeah, keep
He
your-
says.
But-
He says when he has to do a strength check.
You can.
I mean, I've already -1, mate. I'm already going to fail, so it's fine.
You are.
And
now-
also, I'm just going to be a flamey boy stood a while, like a way away.
So, but you do now all see. You're a little bit closer than you had initially got, Rogar. You've gotten yourselves probably a half mile away. You can all see this light shining on the side of a hill, quite low down on the side of a hill.
We've got to get low.
I would say. What's your passive perception, Rory?
My passive perception, 14.
I think 14 is the max of anyone in the group.
I've got 14 as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 13.
Yeah, we got 3.
Yeah, I'd say then that you get the impression that the bizarre kind of slight dimness and the flickering of it is probably due to it being inside a cave of some form.
A cave, you see.
Is
So
there a
we're surrounded
cave?
on three sides.
I
Sorry,
told you
I
they'd be
love that
going
film.
for caves.
Excellent.
Hang on, I just need to go to Discord and search for 13th Warrior Gifts. Love that film. Sorry, ignore me. Continue.
Right.
Yep. I did say they'd be looking for a cave at this time. Yeah.
But if they're
What?
It's alright, Cal's about to throw himself into the cave. What's the plan?
The plan is, what if we draw them out of the cave? Let's just say that we've got plenty of, like, that's a choke point. We could quite literally burn them out.
That sounds like a good plan, actually. Rory, you've got thaumaturgy, haven't you?
I do.
Why don't we make a really loud fucking noise at the mouth of the cave?
Can I make a suggestion?
Aye,
Yes.
brother.
Can anyone stealth in and see how many there are, and then how spread out they are?
Well, we
I
do have an
believe
invisible
Oscar-
dwarf.
Aye, Oscar, that is your specialty.
His
Well, aside
forte,
from-
as it might be.
Remember
Aye.
the plan. Drop a fireball in the middle of their camp, and then they'll come running out.
Aye.
But we need to know where they are.
Turn Cal invisible then?
Aye, I'll do that
And then you can drop a fireball and then we'll know where they are.
and run away.
Let's just say that if they can get them in a choke point and we'll destroy them. I think that's the plan.
I don't have to get too close with fireball. It's
Aye,
got
but we
to
don't know the
be-
layout of the cave.
That's why I'm going to be invisible.
Krishnak say there was
We
going to be
also-
a dozen.
I don't know if they have hostages.
Yeah, we...
I never
They could have
did
taken
for
anyone
me
from
to
the
go
village.
invisible.
Rogar's got a good point. They do tend to take the women.
That's true. Do you think, Oscar, do you think, who's the stealthiest out of all of us?
It was
I
me,
think
but I'm
Oscar.
quite exhausted.
Do you reckon you can rest for a few hours and not be exhausted? Is that possible, DM, to have, like, of the long rest he has? Like, because if it's like, so say, for example, if it's 7, if he has his 8 hours, it'd be 2 o'clock in the morning by the time we do the raid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Oscar's literally invisible, though, isn't he? So he could get. a good
Yeah, and also I can
reconnaissance.
give someone
Yeah.
Blessing of the Tricksters to give as well.
I'm
so
not
necessarily
invisible. I made Cal invisible.
Do you?
Yeah, but you haven't done it yet.
Oh, I can, but yeah.
Have you done it then, just now?
No, but I can.
Okay. Right, okay.
So if I'm invisible, that'd take me from disadvantage to just normal, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd just be a straight.
With my exhaustion level.
Yeah.
Django.
And then if,
Yeah.
Oh,
but then if
we
I
need
give you
s-
Blessing of the Tricksters,
Then,
I mean, ideally somebody not wearing armor as well, because
Yeah.
Oscar is really stealthy, so I don't understand why.
Yeah,
But the
I mean,
whole plan
Oscar,
was
do
a
you-
fireball. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah, no, no,
fireball.
no, it's
no,
not
but
that.
this is
It's
first before the fireball.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
planning stages. The
But we
the
need to
fireball
rec-
can come
recon
later.
the area.
Yeah, we need reconnaissance.
If they've got hostages, we don't want to be burning innocent people with a fireball. And orcs do tend to take hostages.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
You're just gonna slap the back of
You know,
Calibre's
one day,
head.
Cal, you need to introduce me to this god of yours, and we're going to have words.
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, I think Oscar is the dwarf for the job, to be honest.
For reconnaissance, brother.
For reconnaissance.
Aye. Just go in, tell us what you see, hostages, numbers, how many of them are sleeping, and if they've got a big fuck off troll or ogre. and we'll be just outside. Just yell kumquat and we'll come in.
Is that
Okay.
okay, Oscar?
So what's the plan? Who's going?
I didn't hear Oscar's response.
I'm down for
I'm
Oscar
wondering-
stealthy boying.
Yeah, it's always me. I'm always the sacrificial lamb.
You've not died yet,
Yeah. Well,
and it's not like we ran off and left you dying to poison or anything.
I can give you Blessing of the Trickster, Oscar, so you have advantage.
it's
I
not
have
like
that
you're
when
gonna.
I'm invisible, anyways.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
stack.
He's not tired like us. He's not got the exhaustion level because he can roll a dice.
I mean, like, I'm happy to go in. My stealth skill isn't as strong as yours.
I mean, I'm completely
Well,
down for just running in there and blowing
I
shit
know
up,
something,
but
Griffnack. I can turn us both invisible, and we both can scout ahead.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least
Grishnak, I'll
then
give
I
you
have
Blessing
an
of the Trickster.
ally with me. He'll also have advantage with
Okay,
us
yeah, that's a
invisible.
fair point, Oscar. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two are going invisible. And
Yep, me and
sneak out.
Grishnak.
All right, so mark off your other third level spell.
I did.
And both of you do me stealth checks with advantage as you approach. So Oscar's
Nice.
basically out of this realm. Ooh, Grishnak. Okay.
Not a stealthy boy.
No, really not. Let's go with... Okay. So you start getting close to the cave mouth in the side of this hill. As you get closer, you do spot what looks to be a couple of sentries, a couple of orcs just stood on the outside of this tunnel. You can't really see into the tunnel from where you currently are. You'd need to get closer for that.
Right, Oscar. Do you think we should press on?
Yes.
Right then.
So you start getting a little bit closer. Oscar, you're in your element, creeping low to the ground. Your soft boots barely making any sound whatsoever. Grishnak, you've never been invisible before, and there's almost a psychological effect. It's kind of like the stealthy equivalent of having a massive minigun when everyone else has got piddly little rifles. You know, it's that whole, I've got a stealth suit. I can't be seen at all. I don't need to worry. And you start marching forwards behind Oscar. And as you get within about 15 feet of this tunnel mouth, one of the sentries' heads comes around really quick. And they raise their shield and the wicked-looking axe they've held at their side. Kind of turn you on. Mutters, actually, you can understand this, Grishnak. Oscar, you don't speak Orcish, do you?
Nope.
Okay, so Grishnak, you understand. As one says to the other, yeah, there's something out there. Kind of looks back towards you. Who goes there?
I just say, oh, for fuck's sake. And then I
You're
read
hearing-
and hit the cunt.
Okay, so you hear another exchange briefly.
Ugh.
The other sentry's like, no, you're paranoid. Must be a goat. And a second later, yeah, old goats don't fucking swear, mate. Okay, so you're running forward and hitting him.
That's it, yeah, going with a
Okay,
giant.
so the closest one, the one who spotted you is one on the left. So you're running up to strike him. Make me an attack roll.
Right, I'm going to go non-recklessly here. Oh, well, I wasn't supposed to.
Oh, give me 1 second.
That would be a 16. That's...
Okay. I just need to close that. Okay. You say you got a 16? Yep. That'll hit.
Oh,
Sorry, delay on that one.
Oh,
Actually, that would have been a 19 because you would have advantage. You're invisible.
oh yeah, fair.
Okay. So you cleave into him. 13 points of damage. Really badly messing the guy up. As your invisibility also ends and you pop back into place. Front of this orc.
Do I get to follow up on my second
You
attack?
do have a second attack. Still at advantage.
Oh, excellent.
Definitely hits.
Ooh.
And with that, with the second slice after you gouge
Oh,
deep across
sorry,
his
I
chest.
forgot to turn my rage damage on as well. So
Are you raging?
4 damage across those two. Yeah, I did say that.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry. Well, that changes things. Well, in that case, with the first swing, as you came running in, roar on this roar coming out of the air, like terrifying these two. They kind of cower at this primeval force approaching them. Your first swing just takes the head clean off of the first sentry, and you actually follow up onto the next one with your second swing, doing a total of 10 points, I believe.
Yeah.
Cutting deep into his collarbone, like forcing him to a knee, badly wounding him. Okay. So you're way up front there, Krishnak. So I'm gonna have, if everyone rolls initiative.
I'm just gonna sort of shout, Oscar, get the other.
Oh,
I think we've got our shout
right.
point.
I was going to say, I don't actually see anything. My map hasn't changed.
No, you won't have yet.
Did it bad.
Oh, I didn't even bring you onto it. You should be able to see stuff at the moment, Krishnak. There we go.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything. I was just.
There you go. Now you can see things.
No, I can't. It's black.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
Yeah, I
can.
see nothing.
You can't yet. Hang on, I'll put you guys on the sheet in a minute. On the map.
do I need to roll initiative again?
Whoa.
No,
Shit,
yours
Traxxas has that version.
is turned up.
Sweet.
Let's turn that off.
Yeah, Traxxas does.
So I don't want to spoil, so I won't drop him on quite yet.
Oops, I'm not supposed to have advantage.
I didn't click my token.
How do I take?
Hey,
Wait.
take initiative.
Okay. Is that everyone rolled? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I
Cal and
forgot to
Rory,
click.
you guys are at disadvantage. Because initiative is an ability check.
Shit, I've just put myself somewhere that I shouldn't
You
be.
have. Hang on.
Oh, well, actually,
I needed to do that to roll initiative again.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
Fine, that's fine. I'll put you down there for the moment. Okay, so Rory, you're still at 5.
yep.
Oh,
Cal,
shit.
you're still at 11.
Me and Traxxas have got exactly the same initiative.
Nice.
Big fun.
Do
I
I
can only
need to
see
roll?
3
Oh, no,
people
'cause
on the initiative order, turn order.
So say again.
Yes.
I can only see 3 people on the turn
Yeah,
order.
no,
Yeah,
that's
it's
fair,
just we
because some of
can't-
you obviously didn't have tokens selected. It's fine, it's fine. We will do. So Grishnak, you got your natural 20. Put you on 23. Who else hasn't come up on it? Gotrek, you haven't.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to put you in the little waiting space on this map.
Great.
And you there. So what did you get, Gotrek?
I got a 11.
11. And Rory, you got, was it 5?
Big 5.
Big old 5. Okay. Is that everyone on there now?
It's Traxxas as well. Got 21.
Okay, we'll count Traxxas under your one.
Okay.
Should become apparent in a moment. Okay. So, first up, Grishnak, you're up again.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and finish off
Yep, go for it.
that guy. Yeah.
So make your first attack.
I'm gonna go non-recklessly. I'm trying to stay away from being overtly reckless. So I'm gonna go non-reckless.
Go for it.
Oh, you fuck.
Just misses.
Second
The one
attack.
time, the one time.
Second attack will be.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Oof.
Absolutely. Just you pull your axe out and you strike again at exactly the same spot and it almost bisects this orc.
Okay, and I'm going to use my movement to sort of go around the corner, so I'm not as
Yeah.
obvious.
So you can, yeah, okay, yep, you can put yourself there. So you are like you'll put yourself right up against the hillside.
Yeah.
Kind of it's quite a sheer side, sheer face on this side of the hill. You're able to press yourself up against it. Okay, next up is... It's fine. Rogar. So you're about... Yeah, I'd say you're a good 240 feet from all this when it kicks off. Are you still mounted aboard? Mounted atop
Yeah.
Traxxas?
All aboard? Yeah, I'm aboard Traxxas, but I can't see. Can I? There's no lights.
At the moment, you can see this cave mouth,
Right.
and I'd say that you guys have. You heard the bellow from Grishnak and the ring of steel. So you know shit's going down.
I call out, say, "What's going on? Do you need us?" And I will hold.
So you can hold an action dash.
I can't hold. Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, I'll hold action dash to go and join if he calls back that he needs help.
Okay.
Would I have to wait until my next turn to reply to that?
I'd say if it's a quick response, then you can respond immediately.
Fuck yeah!
Okay. So, Rogar, you can give Traxxas a little kick, and you can fly yourself about. Going all out, I'd say get yourself about halfway. So you're about 120 feet out from the.
Do you want me to drop Traxxas on where I am?
No, it's okay.
Okay. I will just let you move my token.
Yeah,
so
I'll
I don't
stick you on
see
at the
shit.
start of your next turn.
Cool.
To arrive. Okay, next up is Oscar.
How far away am I from them all?
You're only about 15 feet away from the cave entrance.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to the injured orc.
They're both dead.
Oh.
Yeah, Grishnak made short work of them. There's a corpse here and a corpse here.
Okay. I'll just go up next to Grishnak, have my battle axe at the ready, and I'll hold an attack action for the next orc that comes around.
Okay. You hear some bellowing inside the tunnel. Grishnak, you understand it. Orcs bellowing at you. You're under attack. Full deeper into the cave. Make them come to us. Okay, that's good.
I'm just going to be right back. I've just got to check on cousin downstairs.
No worries. Cal, you're up.
No worries.
Okie dokie. So, where is the entrance to the cave, and how far am I from
You're
it?
about 240 feet from it.
What?
Yeah. Well, you guys stayed back while the others went and scouted.
Did we leave the goats at the camp?
They're with us.
Goats are with you, yeah?
Do I get any advantage to getting on my goat? Or has he only got a movement?
His movement is a little bit
situation?
higher than yours.
He's got 40 feet, right?
Yeah, I'd say this because you're technically not in combat, so you can get a little bit more than that. You could probably going like fast pace. Could probably get yourself about 100 feet if you action dash.
Okay, let's do that then.
All right.
Am I
so,
still
yeah,
on
you'd-
Cal's thingy?
Yeah, you would be.
Cool.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Let's go,
Yeah,
boys.
So you're just a little bit behind Rogar as he takes off. Okay. Oh, you're on there twice. Let's take you off there. Okay, Gotrek. So that was your
Yes.
movement and your action for that. You do have a bonus action if you want, but I don't know what.
I wasn't on there twice. I was on there once.
You were
Gotrek was on there the same, wasn't he?
It's okay. It's all good now. So yeah,
Is
unless you've got
Chrome
bonus
just being a dick?
action,
Just
yeah, Gotrek, you're up.
Stride, my mighty Sif. A charge.
Okay, yep. So you're like same as Cal, move and action dash. You're
Yes.
level pegging with Cal and Rory at the moment.
a roll 20 question. How do I put the Gotrek tile above the Sith tile?
So if you right click on a token,
Oh,
you can see it says to front and to back. So if you select the goat and select to back, then it should put them behind you.
I feel that I need to do that as well.
oh okay, cool.
You put the goat in front.
Charge! Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
It's fine, it's fine. Just stay there for the moment. You're not on the map. I've just put you in this little holding space.
Oh, okay.
So that you have a token on the field. But at the moment, as far as you're concerned, you're just charging towards a cave mouth. Okay. Rory. You are on the back
So
of
I'm on
Cal's
the.
goat.
Come on.
You can jump
Can't
off
even-
and
I
run
can't
ahead
even
if you
click
want.
the back.
Nah, because
Can he
he's
not-
got
Can
goat's
he
got
not
more movement than me.
smack
Would you
Butthead's
be
arse and make him run?
No.
would you be quick as a wing bot
What?
with your wings? With your wing-
No, like I just only. I mean, if I did long strider, I could fly equidistant. But I'm thinking, I've only got 30 feet flying. I'll go Radiant Soul anyway, just in my action.
Okay.
So, Super Saiyan,
Super Saiyan mode activated.
big fairy boy wing,
Yep.
and then bonus action. I'm gonna give Cal inspiration. It's like
Okay.
pat him on the back.
Cal, you are inspired.
Inspiration.
What shall we use
Cool.
to represent that? Go with that one. All right. It's going to bring us back round to the top. Grishnak.
Okay, so I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Can I hit that one with a javelin?
I think you can. What's the range there? He's 40 feet away.
Yeah.
I believe that's
That'd
the
be-
range.
Okay.
Yeah. You're just over its optimal range, so yeah, it'd be disadvantage.
Right, I'll roll again then.
Yeah, just a second one. Still hits.
Or you could have moved 10 feet closer.
It's all good. Still hits.
Okay.
So that's 8 points.
And then I'm going to back off again round the corner. And I'm just going to say to Oscar, this is why you don't send a fucking half-orc on a stealth mission.
Okay, so it is only the 6 damage, because rage doesn't apply on ranged attacks,
No problem.
annoyingly. But yeah, managed to wound that one with a javelin. Okay,
Wounded.
Chief. Rogar, are you
I
back?
also tell Oscar that
Oh.
they're not coming.
I whispered back, I needed muscle.
Okay. So you back, Rogar?
I am here.
It's your turn.
Hello.
So So is Traxis responding on my turn? Did we? I can't remember
Yeah,
what
we might change how we do that going forward. I think it makes most sense at the moment to keep things streamlined. He's kind of in sync with you. So I'm essentially, yeah, he's going on your initiative.
Okay, but he can't use his actions because he's a controlled.
Yeah, no, he can use his actions.
Okay, I will get him to fly his. I'll get him to fly forward towards. I mean, I can't see what's going on.
No, I would say with the with Tarax's movement, he could get to basically to the cave mouth. In fact, I'll stick you on the map.
Okay.
If that's what you're just going to fly
Yeah.
towards, yeah. So that will get
Yeah.
you and him.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
At a quick glance, you know that
Oh, shit,
Taraxis is not going to be able to fit very far into this tunnel.
Okay.
No.
I will dismount him.
Yep. So it's half your movement to dismount him.
Yep. So I'll dismount him. I'll keep him here at the cave mouth and drop the lance, switch to Talon, and move here.
Okay.
So I'm kind of against, like, trying to obscure.
Yeah, you're trying to get a little bit of cover.
Yeah, just a little bit of cover, and then I'll hold my action to attack any hostile that comes within range.
Okay. Oscar.
And can I get Taraxis to do the same thing, to hold his action to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just going to wait till anything comes within range. Okay.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Hmm.
With a K.
What do I want to do?
You still invisible?
There's way too many of them. Holding attack action to attack. I'll hold a Dissonant Whispers for the next one that gets within 5 feet of Rogar the Wyvern.
Okay. So holding spell.
Vicious Mockery. Sorry, not Dissonant Whispers.
Holding Vicious Mockery. Okay. It's going to bring us round to the Orc's turn. Okay. Right. Gotrek, you're up.
Yes. Still sprinting.
Okay, so, yep, still doing your full action. So I'd say, for the sake of ease, so we don't completely clutter the map up with mounts, so you do your move and your action dash on Sif, and I'll say you've just got enough to be able to dismount at the end, basically deposits you right behind the large silver wyvern guarding the, sat at the tunnel mouth.
Just gonna kind of, can I move, or I have not got enough? I probably, I just want to go
half your movement, I'll say, because it was Sif's movement that got you there. Yeah, I'll line out exactly how we're going to have mounts work.
So what's going on? Are they coming out, or are we going in?
They're not coming out.
All right, fine. I got a plan.
Yeah, if you've got the fireball, just throw it in.
No, I got a plan. 5, 10, and then I will point my hammer down, and then with the command word of Kazak, I will cast lightning bolt from the hammer.
Okay, I completely forgot that I would need this one. No, that's fine. It's only going to take me a second to pull up. Let's just go with that one. So it's 120 feet.
Yes.
As a line.
How do I move it?
It's fine. Sorry, I've just had to, because I didn't set this one up the other day. I had to just pull it out now. That's too big a one, isn't it? Doesn't matter. It'll do for now. Stretch the bug.
Can I do it at an angle?
Yes.
Because I want it to basically go through here, so just kind of, I don't know if I'll be able to do that.
So you want to get an angle that gets the 4 of them?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, for goodness sakes. Always forget I need
Yeah, this is why it's just...
Okay. Yep, I'd say you can get the 4 of them with that.
Cool.
So as the hammer sparks, a couple of little sparks come off it as you level it, and then just lets out this massive beam, almost, of lightning. This controlled arc careers down the tunnel, little sparks arcing off the side. Just goes straight through that cluster and into the one behind. So if you roll up the damage, I will do the dex saves.
I didn't actually... Where did we add that?
Oh, the lightning bolt. Good question.
Yeah.
Just
Shall I just add it
spell
to
out
my
the
spells?
compendium and use it from there.
Okay.
We didn't set the fucking DC for it either.
Nope.
Okay.
What's your caster ability?
Well, most items are like DC 15 for the most part.
Yeah, I am gonna... We'll go with that just for the moment, because I completely forgot to do that.
Like Necklace of Fireballs is DC 15. So.
Would it not be wisdom plus proficiency for say?
That's for your own spellcasting DC.
Oh,
So
is
yeah,
this? Oh, yeah, because
just
this is
roll-
actually like part of the hammer, isn't it?
Just roll 8d6.
8d6.
Holy shit.
Oh, jeez. So is it roll slash
Roll
slash roll?
8d6.
Big hammer boy.
Unrecognized command.
/R space 8d6.
Oh, okay. See. Sorry.
It's okay. Roll 20 is a little bit obtuse sometimes. There we go. So
Oh yeah.
all of them failed their save except for one. So that one will take 13 points of damage. 13. I can do reverse maths. The others take the full brunt of it. So let's clear that off for a moment. The two orcs are just immediately, they're practically blown apart by the force of this. These charred, rent bodies collapse to the floor. The other two seem to have taken it fairly well. The one at the back actually took more of a hit than the other one, who seemed to be shielded somewhat from the effect by the two orcs next to him. Okay. So mark you down to 4 charges on your hammer.
See.
And it's Cal's turn.
So-
I'd say much the same as Gotrek. You can do your move, action dash with the goat, and you can get yourself within, essentially up to just behind Taraxes.
Cool.
Boy.
So if we stick you there,
Where's the? There we are. Okay.
I'll just put you there, Rory.
Just throw a fireball in that room.
Yeah,
Fireball.
you've got 15 feet of movement
The whole squad's here.
after having dismounted.
Oh yeah. So the problem is though. Shit. These new.
The range is
Fangled.
150.
Yeah, it's these new fangled things.
Okay.
I was playing with the new fangled thing.
Oh, I told you about playing with your thing, Cal. Okay, dex saves again. So, we'll go top. Go left to right. So, that orc saves. Top orc, natural 20. And then the orc blade on the left fails, and then one on the right also fails. So, what was the damage? 23. 23 halved is, that's 11. So, the bottom orc, that's the back. That orc, despite having made his save, is finished off and burnt to a crisp. That one is very badly hurt. Get rid of that now. And these two, yeah, they took the brunt of it. So, he's looking like he's on his last legs. And he's looking pretty bloodied. So they're all looking pretty rough in there now.
Good.
And that will be your turn.
It's
Jack.
my turn. In fact, is it worth me moving just so Rory can?
That's up to you.
Is Taraxis
Rory
engaged?
can move through
No.
you, so.
No, you guys
I
can.
can
move.
That's fine. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
Rugo, can you see them all right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I can. I don't know whether Rogar can.
Like, is there a light source in there?
Oh, that's the
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
I can see a
Rogar can-
fire.
Rogar can see a little bit.
Like enough to not have disadvantage attack rolls?
It depends. Yeah, that depends.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna fly over to Rogar. I'm gonna grab grab his sword with both my hands and I cast light on it. Holy light glowing from the sword.
It does need both hands.
Yes, both hands.
Big sword
And
boy.
then I
I'm like, for goodness sake, stop grabbing his shaft.
was the spiritual weapon is 30 feet, isn't it? I can't. Can I make it in there with spiritual weapon?
I believe it's 30 feet. It should say on your spell.
I don't think I can make it.
I can't remember if it's 30 feet or 60 feet to cast it. It might be 60 feet.
Hang on, I'll double
It's
check.
60 feet to cast, it can move 30 feet.
Oh, is it?
Or 20 feet.
So you'd make it.
In that case.
Oh, didn't mean to click that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. In that case, boom, bonus action. I will summon.
You could definitely hit the first one without too much effort, mate.
I will say you can easily cast it there
Yeah.
or there. Obviously, while your dark vision kind of sees over it, technically that boulder would be blocking a direct line of sight on the guy.
How high is this tunnel? I'm assuming it's
Just under 10 feet.
okay. It's no problem.
No, it's not super tall.
Cool. So I'll bop it down there.
Absolutely.
Hello. And I've not really described it properly. Basically, it's like it's the lighter than gold scythe. The blade is shaped vaguely like a dragon wing with a little tiny little draconic head and little claws on the hilt.
Ew.
Godly
Dragon themed.
dragon things.
Oh, hell
wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hell yeah!
that'll hit.
Just waiting for roll 20 to.
Oh, I see. Just waiting for that damage to come around.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
got it wrong with damage, but yeah.
No,
Twelve.
sometimes you click it, but it can take
Nice.
a little while to come up.
So that's 7 is an 8, I think.
Yeah, it should be. I don't
Plus,
like
it's an
that, so-
extra 4 from the Radiant Soul.
Oh, of course, because you're dealing radiant damage.
Oh no, it's 5, right? Because I'm level 5 now.
Now, is it your total level or your cleric level?
It'll be a
I'm
cleric
looking.
level.
It's an ace. It's not
It's
a
an
cleric.
ASMR ability, so you don't know. You're right. It should be your total level.
Total level.
Why is that? Okay, I hadn't updated it.
So 25 damage. Bash!
That's
Yes.
cool. All right. So as it comes around in this massive arc, it just there's like an anime flash of light, and for a moment the orcs just there like, "What the fuck just happened?" And then it just slowly slides into 2 parts, comes to the floor.
May the force be with you.
Okay. So Oscar has disadvantage. Grishnak,
Okay.
we are back to you.
Right, so I'm going to. I can move for everyone.
Yeah. They're not
One.
blocking you.
1, 2, 3, 4. That my movement there. 1. Right, so I'm going to go there. So can't really do much else. I am going to throw a javelin. It will be at disadvantage.
It will.
I'm going to throw it at this fella.
Ooh.
And I'm just going to shout, "Come on down, you pansy!"
Oof, that'll hit.
Obviously, take off the rage.
Okay, so just a 10. Oof. So as you cry out your challenge to him, hurl the javelin, and it beds itself deep in his gut. He stumbles forward onto both knees, hold himself up with one arm, kind of looks up at you weakly. He can't even stand. Yeah, you're sassing him.
Do I get another? Oh, do we get another one? Because
You do. You have 2 attacks.
I forgot about that on the first javelin. Say. Yeah, try it again.
Just a javelin hurling machine.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, boy.
We'll have that.
Double javelin.
I mean, you really don't even need to do damage. He's got 1 hit point left.
For
And
the
as he
sake
looks
of
up at you weakly, like kind of trying to give you a defiant glare, your other javelin just finds a mark right in his forehead. Keels
it.
over.
Ooh.
Okay. Rogar.
I tell Taraxis to keep us covered from above. So I guess he can't. I can see he can't fit, so I'm just going to be like,
Yeah.
off you go. Just keep us covered. You know.
Do you want him to stay there, or do you want him like?
You can move him off the map if you need to, just kind of because he's.
Yeah, he'll step back a couple of paces.
Yeah.
He'll just kind of brings his long neck around to you. I'll
Oh,
let you
I need
know
mine.
if I see one.
A goat, not goat, just orc. I need light because.
Yes. That's right. You should have control of that.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to go.
You are full of a sense of body positivity.
You on it.
5, 10, 15. Oh my god, roll 26 though. 20, 25, 30 brings me up next to Krishnak.
Yep. I'll just move the torch up.
And shit, I can just see an empty cave. You
still have your action.
Yeah, I'm going to action dash, and as I run past Krishnak, I'm just going to say, save some for Rogar! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Yeah, you can
30.
There next to the. Yep, that's right.
It's like Han Solo when he runs, and it's just like.
That is definitely a hand.
A little bit, and in fact, as you run into the chamber, you do see what looks like a couple of orcs running in to kind of see what all of the fuss is about. Okay, Oscar. You
Shout
do
out
have a
an
bonus
orcish.
action if you
Come and get it.
want it. Okay, Oscar, you're up. 15.
20, 25, 30.
Yep.
Can I see this guy?
Can you see that guy?
Can you actually see him?
Well, the torch is there
Hang
by
on,
road.
hang on.
Oh, yeah.
It's more.
I
a
have
case
60
of-
feet dark vision.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, because obviously where the line of that rock is. If I can turn off the goddamn snapping, there we go. So if you think of the rock blocking you there, I'm afraid you can only see what's below that black line.
All right, I'll hold a vicious mockery for the next non-Grishnak orc I see.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I don't want you to have me attack Grishnak, as I say the next orc I see in Grishnak.
Well,
in front of
Very
me.
fair. Well, Christian's a half orc. Half orc.
I'm a half-orc racist.
Okay.
You're still orc.
Racialist.
Okay.
That's way thick.
So,
You're still orc.
the orc's turn.
With a
So
blood
Rogar, this
charger.
orc, he's gonna look to you, look to his dead comrades around the chamber, look back at the two orcs, herring it down the tunnel towards you, to back him up. And he's just gonna heft his axe, give out a guttural roar, and he's gonna charge you. And he's gonna come in with a swing with his great axe. That's a 9.
That's a no. Shield
and the
block.
other two.
I can see him, though.
You can. So you let
I
him feel
will vicious
mockery?
mockery him. Yep. And
What's your DC? Yeah, he got an 18,
15.
I'm afraid. So he doesn't even notice you, just shrugs it off. He's focused entirely on both his pain and on the Dragonborn before him.
all right.
Okay. The other orc, one's going to charge down to here, and one's going to charge down to there.
Oh,
And they're also going to swing.
Oh
at you.
no!
It's a 24 to hit you,
Yeah, that'll do it.
so that's 8 points of slashing damage. Ooh, and a 20 to hit you.
Natural?
No, just a unnatural.
Yeah, 20 hits.
Yeah, so it's
A
another
dirty
5
20.
points.
So that's 13 total.
13 total.
Nah.
Bro, guy, you had so much to live for.
Okay. Gotrek, you're up.
Wait. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. Oh shit.
Your normal movement would get you just the other side of Grishnak.
Would it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go there and then is Shield of Faith a touch?
No.
Oh, 60 feet. I will cast then Shield of Faith on Rogar
Yep.
as a bonus action.
Shield of Faith. What should we do for Shield of Faith?
Whatcha?
You know what would be useful? Is if I would actually stick to using the same symbols each time. Let's use the lightning shield one.
Oh yeah.
And then, so I use an action to dash, right?
Yes.
Or is it yes.
Only its action.
So then I will action dash. 5, 10,
Action.
15, 20.
You
the
can
weapon is
move
there.
into the space currently occupied by the spiritual weapon, or you can move just up to the other side of Rogar.
30.
Yep.
There we go.
Remember, spiritual weapons, they're not technically creatures or objects, so they don't...
I'm there with you in
concentrating.
spirit, but I'm actually hiding.
I am concentrating.
You are concentrating. Good call. Okay. Cal, you're up.
As your axe is just like humming.
Yep. Alas, I cannot get close enough to hit him. So I'm going to come up next to the boys. And I don't really want to waste my last second level spell because I think there's going to be more problems around the corner. So I will guiding bolt the one that's smacking Rogar.
One in the middle.
Yeah.
Alright, make your attack roll. That'll hit.
Yeah, boy.
I'll cast it second level for a bit of extra damage.
Okay, then. I mean, yeah, Yeah, that does it.
I mean, what did you just say?
Yeah, I don't want to waste
What
my
did I just
second
say?
levels.
No,
No. I didn't want to
level.
waste my third level spell
Oh, okay.
So
because
instead,
I've got 2 third levels.
instead you wasted a second level because he had 4 hit points left, but you do.
I didn't know he got 4 hit points left, to be fair.
He did look rough, but that's fine. Yep, he's dead.
Okay, cool.
Okay. They're both.
Your
dead.
axe is very happy with it.
The axe adds 2 charges, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Because remember, it's only fire damage, not just radiant.
Most
Okay.
of my things are fire.
I thought all radiant damage is fire for.
Not all of it. No, Sacred Flame became fire, and his Channel Divinity became fire. Guiding
Nice.
Bolt is still Guiding Bolt. Okay, Rory, you're up.
What's up, gamers?
It's your big boy Rory.
Are either of those two
No.
beefy boys hurt yet?
Oh, the 2 next to you? No.
Yeah,
Uh,
Rogar
no,
took a
not
beefy
beefy.
hit.
Those beefy.
The 2 orcs.
No, they
I
ran
think
in.
so.
They ran into
Oh, sorry,
combat.
you mean the orcs? Yeah, no, those orcs seem fine.
Okay, so I would like to swing my holy thang at that one.
Certainly can.
No, not the shaft.
Boop.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, bloody hell. I would like to Sacred Flame, the exact same one.
Go for it.
And
Okay. Oh my. You'll just have to. You'll be able to see it if you watch the recording back. That orc just rolled 2 natural 20s.
Fucking hell.
I know he didn't have advantage, but I have it set to always roll advantage.
Yeah.
He got 2 natural 20s.
Great.
So
Good for him.
Yeah, just ducks under the scythe and then just kind of leans aside as the kind of holy radiant flame coils. Sorry, say again?
No, I'm just saying I'll be here if anyone needs me.
You do something to move left if you want.
I'm helping.
I'm in danger.
No, it's okay, Rory. You're at the back. Right. So if you're happy staying there,
Yeah, very
Okay.
content.
Grishnak, you're up.
Okay. You said I can occupy the same space as these people.
You can, yeah. In fact, let's just
Yeah.
stick it there for the sake of.
Yeah, so I'm
sake of
going
ease.
to occupy that space, and then I'm going to swing my axe at that big dirty fella.
Swing away.
Oh, that
Were you going reckless though?
No, I wasn't. I'll be honest.
Okay. Yeah. So you are unbalanced.
Okay.
You do still have your second attack, which just hits. Okay.
And that should be with an extra 2 because
It
of the
should.
rage.
Yeah, you are still raging. Okay, so it is a heavy hit, bringing him to like within an inch. He looks rough. Okay, Rogar.
I'm going to swing at the guy to the south.
The one that Grishnak just wounded?
Grishnak just, yep.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say in Orcish, justice.
Do you speak Orcish?
I do speak Orcish.
You fucking speak
Oh
every
my.
language. Anyway, that
So,
hits.
like, when you say that, Grishnak's like quite surprised but impressed. He's like, all right.
All right.
Well,
What?
fair enough,
That
you
hit?
fucking slag. Okay, yep, that hits.
I'm fucking charming.
Yeah, that does it. You kind of lash out, the tip of talon just raking across his face and throat, opening it up. Blood gushes out and he keels over.
Then I'm going to move around the back of this guy
Okay.
and Roger him from the rear.
Roger that.
Is that what's the flanking now? Is it just plain
Just plain
advantage?
advantage, yeah. Keeps it simple.
Just vanilla advantage. Come on, click it. Roll 20.
Come on.
26.
No,
Come on, roll
26
20.
misses.
Yep, and you cut deep into his back. Causing him to stagger, stumble. He's pretty damn bloodied.
Justice. And then I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna hit him with my bladed shield.
Go for it. That's a thing you can
yeah.
do.
That is a thing.
Yep, so that hits. Okay. Yeah, that finishes
Do
him
you
off.
have 2-weapon fighting?
No, it's an upgrade.
Oh yeah, that's adding. Yeah, good point.
It's only 2 damage.
So it's only 2.
Well, still 2, only 2 overall.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that's my bad. I must have automatically, unthinkingly added that on. Okay, so he is actually still standing, barely.
Excellent.
I'm not quite dead yet.
Head up for the back. Is it worth keeping one alive?
I feel happy.
I feel happy. Oof.
I'm feeling a bit better actually. Oh, you've been dead in a
my head
minute.
back again.
Oscar's turn now.
It certainly is.
I move up here, I look at that orc, and I say to him this. Are you a half-orc crossed with a pig? Oh yeah, there are some things a pig wouldn't do!
And it's quite effective. He kind of looks at you confused for a second, and then just looking shameful. And just kind of sits and slumps down against the wall, so where he's been using his hand to try and stem the flow of blood out of the wound. Just takes his hand away, looks at you with a resigned sense of depression as he bleeds out.
I tell you what, Oscar, you keep bashing our folks, and me and you are gonna have.
What? I have like a list of 100 vicious mockery insults. That was one of them.
That's a microaggression.
That is a macroaggression. In fact, that's a fucking macroaggression.
What?
Krishnak takes a
Is
point
it-
of psychic damage.
What? And I don't have.
This is a perfect one for Gotrek. I would contact your mother about your death, but I don't speak Goblin is one of them. So
Okay.
So, where be the
We
next
still initiative
ones?
or?
Yep. Gotrek, you're up.
Okay. I shall. 5. Excuse me. 10.
Dude,
15. 12. But, oh shit, you're a big one.
As you say that, Gotrek. Oh, you're a lucky bastard. Okay, yeah, as you say that. 1, 2. Oh, that's annoying. Did I actually put them on the right?
Whoop.
Yep, I did. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Huh.
And,
All right, that's my bad. Okay, let's say 3 javelins fly towards you. As
Okay.
the orcs that were waiting for you to around the corner let loose.
No.
Bring
That's a
it.
natural one.
Miss.
That's gonna be an 18.
Miss.
Oh, you're lucky. The other roll was a 25. Sorry, a nat 20.
Oh,
Anyway, and a 13.
miss.
So yeah, they all
13.
just, except for the first one, where the orc just completely overthrows it, and actually trips over. In doing so, he is prone and unbalanced. What a dick.
Was it a natural one?
Yeah, on that first one.
Oh, okay. Damn.
And the other 2, the javelins fly true, but they just bounce off your armor. There's not even a scratch.
Brand new steel. Works fine. And I will level my hammer out, and I shall say the activation word again. Kazark! And lightning bolt again.
And with a rattling of metal.
How do I do the thing? Is it in the
It's because I'm having to pull them out of the asset library at the moment because I haven't got them set up properly. I haven't got the lightning bolt one set up properly. I've got all the other ones, and I didn't think to do that.
I just wanted to go across that way.
Um,
Could I do that?
Okay, I would say. So you want to get?
I kind of want to get. So I want to get this one, that one, because I believe it's
How's that
5 years.
It's 5 feet wide. So yeah, I'd say that's good representation. Okay, cool. So roll up your 8d6. I will make some saves.
How many times a day can you use that lightning bolt?
5.
Yeah.
What?
Might have to tone that one down a little.
Oh damn it!
Well, 5's
Oh,
a lot.
It could
3 critical
recharge like
successes
Rule of
though.
That's true. That's true. That is why. Oh, we will worry about that later. At the moment, let's
Roll.
just deal with the damage.
What was it? 8d6.
8d6. Okay.
What? Well, 2 6s and 2 1s. God damn.
Okay. So he passed. No, we'll say he passed. He failed. Natural 20 on that save.
There is a story behind the OP hammer. I will tell it. At
2
the end.
natural 20s in a row on that save.
Shit.
I know,
It's
right?
fine.
Okay, so we'll go back up to from the top. So yeah, he failed, so he'll take the full 30. Ooh, sucks to be him. Yeah, that ogre does not look happy with it. That guy passed, so he takes the 50. Oh, wow, okay, so he passed his save and is still blown apart by the lightning. As is that one, very definitely. He made his save, so he'll take the 15.
All of the regrets on this one.
So he makes the save and also.
Just makes me fear the balancing issues for the coming campaign.
Yeah, possibly. We might talk about.
I'm
We
sure.
might leave the charges. We might lower the DC on that one a little bit. Gotcha.
Okay.
Suddenly got 2,000 health. He's just a CR1 bandit.
This is the
with
problem when one of your players
600
goes, "I
health.
want to play a smith who's making legendary equipment." Okay, that's fine. I don't see any problems with this.
Yeah, of course not. And you should not see the list of stuff that I really, really want to make.
I've
It's
just
Tony Stark.
Put it down
Yes.
in the book of
Yeah, who
oversights
said that?
along with. I can't see any problems
I'd
coming
put it
up
in
by
the chat.
giving you a mount with flame.
Yeah, I was expecting a horse.
Yeah, so was I.
No, like literally, I was in the shops the other day, just like browsing, and I just thought, I was thinking about the game and everything. And I just thought, actually, Gotrek is literally Tony Stark.
Okay, he is right. Cal, you're up.
Okay, so in order to get to basically Gotrek, I'm going to do my movement and then action dash.
Sure. So you got 60 feet.
Bum, bum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I stand next to him? That space enough there?
There?
Yeah.
No, you'll have to be behind him on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can stand in that spot. I'm going to say the one next to Gortrek's just a little bit too narrow. Maybe if you were like a gnome,
Okay.
but you're not. So
As a
that's
bonus
you've got a bonus
action,
action.
as I've not cast, I can use a spell for a bonus action, can't I?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. So that big boy there.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to. What are we going to do? Actually, I don't know if I've got anything I can do to him as a bonus action. I could cast spiritual weapon. Could I? Yes, I could.
Yes, that spell that you haven't used yet before, or ever expressed an interest in using, so I don't have a token for it. But you can use it.
You'd have to use a 3rd level spell slot for it.
No, it's 2nd level. Spirit Gardens is
Do you
3rd
have
level.
any 2nd level?
Yeah, I've got 2. I've only used 1 2nd level spell, which was Guiding Bolt.
Okay. I'll have to look into that later. Right. Sorry, I was just trying to quickly put together a token for the lightning bolt, but that's fine. Okay, so you're throwing up spiritual weapon.
Yeah, I'll
For the
drop
time
it.
being, we'll just use the little fire thing.
Okay. Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forget that causes bloody light, doesn't it? And you can all see it.
Yeah.
All right, it's fine.
I'm actually still looking down at my phone.
I'll roll up my
So
damage.
I won't look up.
Oh, it's okay. No, you can only see if you've got line of sight to it. All right, so 12 points of force damage. Oh, it actually misses.
What?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 17 misses. Sorry, I was all distracted with everything else. Okay, so that was you, Cal.
That was me.
Rory.
Okay, that's not going to work. No.
Fuck.
First
Little
up,
fairy boy.
the Orc Blades. This one is going to step up Gortrek.
Yep.
Kind of ducking in and around the ogre to come around. And he's going to swing at you twice with his longsword. He's going to take 2-handed swings. Yeah. So that's a 21.
Miss.
I know, right? And a 7.
Miss.
Yeah, they should get used to this.
Oh god. I can't wait till I level up more.
But the one that was injured is going to stay where he is. He's going to bark out to the one that just attacked you. And that orc is going to take another swing. No, that's a 16.
Miss.
Okay.
Rogar, are you going through a tunnel?
Yeah, is one of us flying some type of air?
That's a plane outside. My apologies.
I know your pain.
Oh,
I
gee.
once had to do. I was filming a video, like a little promo video for my mate when he was doing Don't Flop, trying to find an outdoors place in London where you don't have a plane flying overhead every 10 seconds. Next to impossible.
There we go.
Okay, Rory, you're up.
Okay. But again, see nothing, so I'm gonna dash.
So yeah, your full dash, you could get to behind Gortrek. Staying put there. Rory.
Oh no, did I die?
Oh no, there you are. So you're in
Gotrek, what's
position.
your AC like at the minute?
If you're gonna do Shield of Faith, please do.
Shield of Faith!
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's not like you weren't already.
And I'll be
completely
here if you need
fucking
me.
overpowered, but
Is
that's
your
fine,
AC
that's fine.
going to be like 25?
No, my AC is now 26.
Fucking dwarven plate, forge
I
cleric.
nearly
shield.
cast Shield of Faith on you rather than attacking. I'm so glad I didn't.
What happened during Gottrek's downtime? Was he just, I just want to break the game?
Well,
Jen?
you know when he's said in character about just not really getting out the forge much.
Yeah.
He's not
I
lying.
really
He's
didn't.
Not lying.
I really didn't.
No,
I bet there's
Just,
loads of
just,
like
just for the time you're in Mithril Hall, that was it.
I bet there's loads of mason jars in that forge just filled with dirt.
Jesus.
Got tissue boxes on his feet.
Yeah.
The overgrown nails.
Okay.
The spruce moose.
Grishnak.
Howard. Right. So you say that's too narrow to get down that area.
Yeah.
Okay. How tall is Scotra?
It's about what? You're about 4.5 foot.
I'm 4'4".
4 foot.
Yeah, I'm a big lad. Could I leap from?
You can certainly try.
What sort of check would that be?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Ooh. I would say athletics or acrobatics. It's your call.
I'll go athletics.
Okay.
As you're raging, yeah.
Oh yeah, do I get because I'm raging, do I get an advantage?
You do, I believe, on athletics checks.
Excellent. Not that it did any good.
And so as you go to give him a leap, and you feel the... You know, it's that moment where you think, yep, that's worked. And then your crotch hits the back of Gortrik's helmeted head.
Oh!
You weren't quite high enough.
Oh, all right, in the beanbag.
Take a point of bludgeoning damage.
I'd be prone for that as well.
Gortrik, make me an athletics check.
Oh god, no.
Straight athletics. You just have to beat his...
Actually, that is fine.
You have to beat his
Because
13.
I get
Yeah,
+9
you're
to my
fine.
athletics.
You barely even notice.
Don't the rock just fall on me?
Okay, but yeah, that's I'd say that's your action gone as you stood there going. Ooh! On the plus
That's fine.
side, Gortrek, you took a bit of damage, so your rage is maintained.
That's it. That's how it's
Well done.
At least I've got
Joe. Jolly good.
Okay.
Try not blocking the way.
Yeah, the way is a little bit blocked right now.
That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't. Fucking hell, what can I do?
You can join the queue.
Very
I
British.
just feel a little bit like that.
You
I
can help
couldn't
Grishnak
move.
up.
That was my max range.
It's fine.
Is Grishnak prone?
No, he's not prone.
That's a shame. You could have used him as like a
Stepping stool.
yeah, just you step on him and jump over.
It'll take more than a knock to the neck to knock me down.
I will take off select the fucking arrow and move over. And does this space count? This is a wall,
Yeah,
really,
that's
isn't it? There's only a sliver. So from here, I'm going to try and javelin this fucking guy.
I'm gonna say you got disadvantage on this because he's kind of half.
Oh, yeah, he's
corner and
blocked
you're
by
thrown
everyone.
by a couple of people. You can still try.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah, oh, wait a second. No. Then I'm going to really annoy you as well, Django, and cast spiritual weapon.
Woo! You absolute slag.
So
Okay.
this,
Sure.
I reach out my hand and pull up from the ground, and it's like a it's like
mini talon.
it's like it's like a dragon. No, it's like a dragon claw comes out of the ground,
Okay. I like it.
and it goes to attack someone.
What have I got that's really suitable?
I was literally just going to draw a line.
You just use his torch for now.
He needs that to see.
Yeah.
You can still see now.
Aziz, light.
Aziz, light.
Arr.
I missed that. We'll go with the fancy sword for the moment. Or, you know what? No, you can have your fucking blue claw. That's fine.
Grr.
Homework for Canon Rogar. Find spiritual weapon images.
Yes, sir. And I
Okay.
will.
So, yeah, go for it. It's just an attack roll plus your spellcasting modifier.
My big old
Sorry, a
spellcasting
d20 roll
modifier.
plus your spellcast. You know what I mean.
I need some advantage off.
That's fine. The 19.
Still 19.
Sorry,
That's
you
on the
going
guy
for
down.
for the
Yeah,
orc,
no, it's this guy. It's not ogre.
That's fine. That'll hit.
Level 2, yeah. 'Cause that's-
10 points. Okay, nice. As this claw kind of materializes, distracting the orc for a second, he kind of stares at it, kind of in surprise and almost wonder before it suddenly arcs down, slashing deep into him. Okay.
I've still got my
You
action.
do still have an action.
I will action do fuck all. I will action lay on hands myself for 10 points.
Sure. Okay. Oscar, you're up.
I move up in the queue. Can I see the ogre from here?
No.
I can see this guy though.
You see that guy? Yeah.
All right, and I'm going to insult him.
Yep. He is going to.
And I say, I could say you're as ugly as an ogre, but that would be an insult to ogres!
He actually fails to save as well. So he just kind of, you're not entirely sure why, but he just kind of turns, looks at something behind him, and then just looks back at you and scowls. Okay, well, Oscar's happy. That's the important thing.
I have no idea that ogre's there. That's perfect.
So, the orc's turn. This guy's going to get up. So that's half his movement.
You are number 7 in the queue for the ogres.
Oh god. Oh, you know, fucking what bollocks to this.
Well, maybe we should like back up and like take this room.
We're gonna go Spartan and just push Gotrek because use him as a shield.
Do you know what's funny? You can do it. Use him as a shield, a dwarven shield.
Okay, so
I will
there
take it.
are 2 javelins coming in at you, Gotrek.
That's cool.
That guy's is going to be at disadvantage because he is shaken. So that's an 11. And then
Miss.
the other orc throwing at you is a 12.
Yes.
Okay, they're going to hold. And then the great axe coming from the one in front of you is a 19.
Miss.
Yeah. Hanky boy.
I love it. My purpose is fulfilled.
And the ogre is going to look really frustrated because that orc is in his
Excellent.
way.
I'm glad they are frustrated.
Right, Gotrek, it's your turn.
I won't get disadvantage from if I use lightning bolt again, will I?
What, because of like close range?
They're quite close to me. Yeah.
No.
No.
No,
Okay,
it's
I want to
like
do that again. So I'm just going to literally swerve from me to there again.
Okay, so
Huzzah.
you want to do another
Huzzah!
line gun up. So I'll say you get 2 in front of you. You get the ogre. If you're going for him, you'll get the orc blade, that orc underneath Cal's spiritual weapon, and then that guy at the back. All right, roll up your.
Yeah, I think we need to modify this.
Yeah, probably. Or you could just not be a cheeky bastard and spam it every turn. But I should have known you'd do that when I gave it to you. Okay, so that's a pass, and that's a pass.
It's not my fault. If they weren't so close together, I would not use it.
He just wants to be Thor. Leave him alone.
That's a fail.
Ah, yeah, I'm better than
That's
Thor.
natural
I'm the
20.
dwarven Thor. I'm not fat
Both
Thor.
Thor
I'm
and
not
Tony
normal
Stark.
Thor. I'm dwarven Thor.
Well, you're
That's
more
a
like
pass.
Iron Man if he had known there.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So yeah.
And that's a fail. Okay, what was the damage? 27. Oof.
Mhm.
Okay, so if I remember correctly, both those orcs failed. No, they did. They passed. So what's half of 20? So that's 13. So he's looking fucked. And he.
Which one? The one in front of me?
Yep.
Oh, for God's sake.
He failed, so he takes the full brunt. So. Oh, perhaps if I actually select the thing. Yeah, he's looking pretty bloody and rough. That guy passed.
They're all bunched up for a cow, though.
Yeah.
So he's going to take.
Yeah, boy.
He failed. So he's
Blow it up,
not
blow it
looking
in.
Good.
Let me
and
begin.
That's a point. He passed. Okay.
Where is Cal on the turn order?
Next,
Bizarre.
He's between Gotrek and
I disappeared, but
you had a
Um,
10.
Could
Yeah,
I then
wow.
also?
yeah, I had 11.
What was that, Gotrek?
Can I then cast spiritual weapon as well, please?
Room full of spiritual weapons.
Yeah, you can. You can
Okay.
do that. You have a fucking token.
Yes.
So yeah, stick it where you want. Anywhere within 60 foot that you can see.
Boop.
Yep.
I
Shall we,
mean,
for the
can
sake
I-
of ease, put it to the side?
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
And then, am I able to attack with it on the same turn?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm going to take a swing at that guy.
Do it.
And yours is what? An anvil on a stick?
Yeah. Just anvil on a stick. No,
That'll miss.
Shit.
Okay.
I think 'cause we
This
don't-
episode is sponsored by Spiritual.
Cal.
Burn, baby, burn! It's
Spiritual
this
weapon.
Journal.
I mean, you have your spiritual weapon out.
Enough two.
I do have that out, but in fairness, it would be an injustice of me to not just
Fireball that room.
drop
Okay. So if you're going to drop a fireball,
Yeah.
a fireball.
place it on
Got
anywhere on the
particular set of
left-hand side of that black line.
Yeah.
Do the template thing. And where are you centering it?
So I've centered it on him.
No, you need to center it anywhere. Can you see the black line?
Oh, sorry, is it anywhere over there?
Yeah, anywhere on
So,
the left-hand side of that.
okay.
I mean,
so,
if you got... Oh,
there.
yeah, you'd get them all anyway.
Yeah.
If you eked it over just a little bit, you wouldn't get your brother.
I'm not that fussed.
I'm
about it,
strong.
got a trick.
I'm fine.
Okay. So, Gotrek, make a dex save.
Yeah.
Oscar can heal him, it's fine.
This feels cheeky as fuck. You are barely.
Hey!
No, it's okay. You are literally barely in that.
Pain.
Yeah, you take.
Hold on, have you got a metal helmet on?
Yeah.
Am I branding you for my lord?
No. Ah, damn it. If I was only level 6. Oh, wait, no, level 7.
Anyway, okay. Dex saves on these guys. So that orc succeed. No, he fails, so he takes full damage. It really wouldn't have made a difference. Hang on, let me just put this to the back. Why have I got fucking roll 20? So he's dead. That orc. At 20 on 29, so he is barely in there. Oh, if you just remove one more point of damage. That's a pass. So those talks. Let's do all three of them in a row. Top to bottom. Okay, fail, pass.
As his axe gets more and more charges.
All of the charges.
Yeah, I think you're keeping count of this one, Cal.
I thought I had a maximum of 3 charges on the axe anyway. It's
Can't remember if it
disappeared out of
says
my
that.
inventory for some reason. The actual special.
No, I think decided it doesn't have a max because then it kind of makes stuff like Fireball sort of.
Okay.
Again.
Well, that's
You got 4 charges.
4 so far. Yeah.
Okay, he failed, so. Oh, yeah, the ogre is down.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
Nice.
wait, I tell a lie.
Oh,
I feel alright again
for the
now.
orc blade.
I feel better.
He's dead.
Yay.
I can move.
Yeah, hang on, I need to put the ogre back because that wasn't for him. The
Okay.
other orc blade also fails to save. What was the damage? Was it 29?
29, yeah.
Oh, he is looking rough. Barely standing. The ogre makes his save. Barely. Oh god, I can't remember what that guy was on. I think he was on 16. So I'm going to watch the video back and go, fuck, got that wrong. But yeah, the ogre's
Sorry.
looking rough too.
Okay, so
This
just-
guy
And now
is
the orc
back
leader.
here. Natural 20
that
on his
the-
save, but it's not going to make a difference. He's dead.
boom, 6 charges, motherfucker. As a bonus action, I'm going to swing my weapon in and smack old Happy Bollocks here because he's only got a couple of points of damage left.
Big old ogre. Go for it.
Big old ogre.
Let's just put that. No, actually, no, we need to leave that there. Yep, that'll hit. That'll do it.
Boom.
The ogre falls.
This is
Charge!
already.
The slightly yellower one is your spiritual weapon.
Mhm.
Right, that was your turn there, Cal.
Did Cal move up?
Did you want to move? You got movement.
Can I get past Go Trick?
Yeah, no one's engaged at the moment.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, moves are there. Right.
Yes.
Let me just check the wording of this. So this guy at the back here, he's kind of... Oh, wait, no, because he used... I need to do a roll quick. Yep. Kind of points to you, utters something, and all three orcs... He's lost his shaken status. I'm going to turn and hurl a javelin at you, Cal.
Will we understand what
That's
you're
13 to hit.
Miss.
A 14 to hit.
Miss.
And a 7 to hit. What was that, Grishnak?
Miss.
Would we have understood what he shouted?
Yeah, it was kill that filthy maggot.
Ooh.
Also, Cal, you're in your flaming mode right now.
I am.
Okay. Rory.
Flame on!
Oh,
Also in a
as well.
flaming mode, as it were.
That guy is going
Can I-
to...
So first of all, I'm going to move this boy up 5, 10. You just... And can I toll the dead this?
You can see him, yeah? Yeah.
Boing!
Kill him with a bong.
Okay, that didn't work out how I wanted it to.
That's
My
That's
DC
because
DC
you
is
have to set it to attack.
my DC's 15.
DC's 15.
That's
gonna
because you have to
say
set it
you
up as an
should-
attack card.
You should have it on the... Okay, no,
Wow,
he fails to
that-
save.
Average.
Well, he had 1 hit point left.
Cool.
Okay. You have your own movement if you want to use it, or you stay in there.
Yeah, I'll move a little bit. I'll just be like, so.
Ah, Rory's finally in the fight!
Says the one. I'm just gonna hunker down here.
Okay. Okay, so this guy's going to come from around the corner. It's going to come down to you, Cal. And he's going to reach out, muttering something indecipherable.
Holding flare as a
under his
reaction?
breath. No, you need to make a wisdom save.
No.
Dark energy flares around its hand as it lays it upon your chest. Yep, that'll do it. And you feel something start sinking in, but you shrug it off. Okay. Well, but he feels dumb.
I was trying to think of something witty to say, but without offending Grishnak, and I can't, so I won't say anything.
I'm a half-orc, so anything that's just orc is fine.
So that sentence itself was racist.
I was going to go with, don't fucking touch me, you filthy fucking orc, in Grishnak's voice.
Okay, this guy is going to poke his head round. Let me
The
double
fuck
check
have all these
again.
come from?
It's a good cave, man. Oh, okay. That's...
To be fair, we're like literally barely into this cave.
And there's not a lot he can really do. Okay, close. He doesn't want to do that. Yeah, fuck it. He's going to let out a flare of energy towards you, Cal.
Oh no.
Not a flare.
As you recognise the spell, it's a guiding bolt that comes flying towards you. He got a nat 1.
So does that mean he hits this guy because he's firing towards me?
No, because of the trajectory it'd have to take.
Maybe the guy in front of you, Cal. Maybe the guy in front of you.
No, it just kind of
Yeah.
curses, disappears around the corner again.
He knows his shit.
He does. Okay.
Was that meant to be a guiding bolt? I wish I had a reaction to throw one back at him, but hey.
Right, bring us to top of initiative again. Krishnak.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3.
You've gone very quiet, Grishnak. I don't know if it's just me
Yeah,
or...
yeah, is that better?
You do still sound like you're a little far from your...
Ah, there you go. Yeah, my microphone was right at the top of my head. Is that better?
Yeah, he was just
Yeah,
away
that's
from
good,
his
that's good.
mic.
Yeah, that's better, dude.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go up to the alt blade. I'm just gonna say I'm very fucking disappointed.
Go for it.
And I'm just gonna attack.
That'll hit. Yeah, easily. It's cleaving,
Okay,
lopping off another head.
and then I'll move down to this guy. And I'll do the same.
Yeah.
The guy with one hit
Another
point.
Wait, you can't leave him alive. Just leave
Yeah,
bodies
you
in your wake.
And then-
Seeing Grishnak dispatch those two quickly, I just reiterate, it may be worth keeping one alive so we can find out what's going on.
Okay. That'll bring us round to... Stay put. Right. Rogar, you're up.
Ruga. Can I get past Gotrek? Yeah.
You can, yeah.
5, 10, 15. Oh, wait, no, 5, 10, 15. 20. 25. Teleport to all my torches. I'm going to go for this guy in front of me. Because he looks like a jobber.
Sorry, you're going to the guy
No.
above you, yeah? Oh,
Yeah, above me, yeah, because he looks like a jobber who wouldn't know his ass from his elbow.
space is you. Okay.
Running up with a thrust. Hoof!
Hoof. That'll definitely hit. That'll definitely kill him.
A beautiful
Spare him
swing.
quickly.
And then I'm going to turn to this fucking weirdo and go for a non-lethal bonk on the head with Talon.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
I'm not used to being non-lethal.
Definitely non-lethal.
You try and bring around with the pommel, but it's not the best angle. He's able to lean back out of the way.
How beaten up does he look? He, she, whatever it is, look.
It looks fine.
Okay,
He's not taking any damage yet.
Yeah, it's come out.
can I...
You didn't see it, but it's like another one also can kill that.
move here? I'm going to spiritual
Bonus action
weapon.
spiritual weapon.
Bonus actual spiritual weapon.
Go for it.
Go on, roll 20.
Oh
we
no,
go.
it's been a bit slow tonight. Yeah, that'll hit.
Rakes. Reaches out of the ground and rakes. That is
9
flush.
points. Lovely. Okay.
And I've already made a token for it.
Excellent stuff. And I have seen the picture you've sent me, Cal, so I'll get that put together.
You did?
I tried to Google silver dragon claw and I just got jewelry.
I had to Photoshop the shit out of it to make it look.
I went
Okay.
for the good old fashioned
I'm
flaming
not gonna
axe.
lie, Rory. Rory, it looks a little bit like an ET hand.
Even better.
Your spiritual weapon is to phone home. Okay, Oscar, you're up.
Yeah. Look up here, look at this orc, and I'm gonna insult him.
Insult the orc.
By saying, "Oh my god, why don't you give me your weapon so I can hit myself with it? Because that'd be more effective than you trying it."
You see his shoulders sag as he fails his save. Oh, it's the simple things that please Oscar. Okay,
Yes, it
just
is.
a quick take. They're all dead. Okay. We can
Yeah, they are.
clear them. Brilliant. And he's dead. So we can clear him. Okay, Gotrek, you're up.
Right.
you are trying to knock that one out. So I will go 5. And
Oh, there's a few more appearing over yonder.
I don't. I can't see it. Oh, yeah, and then I'll go 20, 30. And I will hold an action to wait until they come to me
What
to
action are
attack.
you holding? Just an attack action?
Just an attack action to pop them
Okay.
with the hammer.
If one comes within range.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Boop.
Cal, you're up.
So I'm gonna make this easy to hold that guy. I will all person him.
Okay, wisdom save. That's an 8. They are held.
Yeah, boy.
Cool. Okay, so
Paralyzed. That's probably not the right symbol because doesn't matter. Yep.
so I will move my spirit weapon to boosh.
Hang on, spiritual weapon.
30 for a
was
spirit weapon.
20.
Is
So
it
you were
20?
down here, weren't you?
I was there, yeah. So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's no point moving the spirit weapon, motherfucker. So I will.
You can move it so you can move it into range next turn.
Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. 1, 2, 3. I'll drop it there, and that's me done.
Okay. Orc blades. So one of them is going to come out. Oh, didn't mean to move that. For fuck's sake. He's just going to come around and get to top of you. So Gortrick, you can make your attack as he comes into range.
Swing.
Would my spirit weapon get an attack of opportunity when they're moving to his range?
No, they are not strictly speaking creatures. That will miss, I'm afraid, Gortrick.
That's right.
Big oof.
Big oof.
And he is going to attempt to clamber. Which he fails, and as he tries to clamber onto the mound of various coinage, he does actually slip and stumble. And falls prone. And he doesn't have enough movement to get up. And I don't think that's going to count to help him in that instance. Okay. So, the first one is going to come swing at you. One-handed attack with his long sword. So that's a 20 and a 10.
Nice.
And the one that slipped and fell prone is going to swing at you, but with disadvantage. I don't know why I'd bother. What's the chances? That's a 16 and
Miss.
an 18.
Miss.
So yeah, bet they feel stupid. Okay, Rory, you're up.
Well,
Oh,
they're
shit, what
attacking the
up?
walking armory.
I'm quite literally a walking wall of metal.
Cool. So he's gonna come up there. Gonna do a heckin' sacred flame at that one.
Sorry, which one?
Not got.
The one who's down.
That'd be a disadvantage.
Yeah, he's prone, so he'll have disadvantage.
Oh,
on
okay,
his
yeah.
save.
So let's not do the prone one. Then. Do the one that is very much.
No, as in he'll have disadvantage on his save.
But
really?
ranged attack. If you do a ranged attack at
Yeah,
some
if it's ranged attack, you
it's
get-
disadvantage.
But it is a
Yeah,
save though.
But it's a save, not a.
Oh
gonna
yeah,
make
of
a
course
dex
it's
save, and he's
dexterity.
prone.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
I'm
Oh, I'll
pretty
do that.
sure you get disadvantage on dex saves when you're prone. So Sacred Flame in the prone one.
Yes,
It
please.
is a
Plus
7.
4. Plus
Ooh,
5.
Plus 5.
So
So
20
20 points of damage on that one. Yeesh. He howls as he begins to burn.
Cool.
What's you doing anything with spiritual weapon?
Well, I don't want to attack this one because they're trying to sedate him, aren't they? Can I non-lethally attack him
Not with the spiritual
with a
weapon.
spirit weapon? Yeah.
Not with the spiritual weapon.
Okay, I'm just gonna chill.
Okay. Right. This guy. He's going to move himself up to here. He is going to. I know he's already dropped one of them. just shot one of them a minute ago, but 2 additional targets. Who's within range? 2, 3. Everyone except Oscar needs to make me double check what it is. A charisma
Fuck.
save.
Oh.
Charisma save.
Everyone but Oscar.
Oh, I'm good at
Yay!
things for one.
Boom.
Yeah.
Charisma boys.
Who hasn't rolled? Cal,
Cal.
give me that charisma save.
Who's
Yeah,
even
Cal.
at his computer?
He might not be.
Calibrate Doomface.
Sorry, I was doing the dogs.
Charisma save.
That's fine. Charisma
what?
save, please.
You were doing what?
Dealing with the
Dealing
dogs.
with the
Letting the dogs go for wheeze.
It needs to be done sometimes. So, Cal, you just pass. So, you all pass except Grishnak.
Oh.
Grishnak,
I'm charming.
you have been afflicted with Bane.
Oh, that's why I have to roll and take 4 off any attack.
Yeah, it's the
1d4.
opposite of Bless. So,
Yeah,
any attack
1d4.
roll or saving throw. You take
That's
1d4
fine.
off. Okay. That's its turn. Does it have... It does, but it's used its action. Yeah, it did. I don't know why I keep opening the sheet. It's right there. I can see it on the side of the screen. Anyway. That brings round 2. Grishnak, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to move over to the prone one first.
Yep.
Give him a go. I'm still at advantage, but I have to take a d4.
Yeah. Advantage is normal.
Okay.
And you don't have to reckless if you don't want to, because...
Oh.
I'm assuming it negates.
I don't think it negates in that 20.
Oh.
That 20 bullet.
I'm going to rule on the spot that no, it doesn't negate in that 20. It does bring it down to 24, but that's irrelevant.
Oh no.
Okay, so how would I do it without
Just do it exact same as normal.
crits, doesn't it?
Yeah, it still crits. I'm not going to rob you the nat 20.
Yeah, so it would have been 25. Got my rage on, yeah. Okay, and I get an extra d12.
You get an extra d12. So what we're already at? We're at 26.
Fucking.
Get your brutal critical.
Shredded orc for breakfast, boys.
It's another 9 points. So what was it? 26 plus 9. 35.
Yeah.
Oh, he is looking fucked up.
Scary.
Like, really fucked up.
Right, and I'll. Right, I'm gonna have to go reckless then, since he's pissed on my bonfire. So, yeah, I will recklessly attack this fella to try and finish him off.
I mean, you got advantage on that guy anyway because he's prone.
Oh, yeah, I have, yes, so there's no point recklessly.
Yeah. That'll
Ooh.
hit.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Oh, actually, no, sorry. Can you just roll a d4 and take that off?
Yeah.
No, it's all good. 4 is not going to make a
That's-
slight bit
Actually
difference.
fell- actually fell for that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as he's lying there, kind of screaming from the radiant fire, riding all over him, and from this massive chunk you just cut out, and you just bring the axe down again, just like cross his face, splitting it in two.
Okay, and
Silencing him.
use the rest of my movement to get round here to give Gotrek the flank.
Absolutely.
And I'm just gonna look at this weird fucker and just be like, "Oh, what words were you?"
So you do recognise more or less what you're looking at. This is essentially so this is a claw of Luthik. Luthik in Orc religion is Grimsh's wife. So generally female orcs tend to fill these roles, not always. This one you see before you is male, as is the one over by Callan Rogar. Essentially it's a shaman of the tribe. Okay, so that's him. That'll bring us to... Big boy. He's going to make the same bold move that the other guy did that went so wrong for him. Let's see if he fares any better. Barely. He steps on here. And yeah, he's going to hold that position, and he's going to swing at you, Gotrek.
Okay.
This is a big orc. Like, this orc's easily bigger than any of the others in this warband. So he's going to swing with his great axe.
You found the leader.
That's a 23 to hit you.
Miss.
Of course it is.
Oh, fucking hell.
Come on, that 20.
It's a 26.
That is literally all that can hit you, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what it is.
basically, yes. And that's a 12, so that'll also be a miss.
That's a no.
I really should have used that. Doesn't matter. Right, that's his go. Rogar, you're up.
Can I tell that this weird fucker in front of me has been held?
Yeah.
Is it obvious?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've seen the spell enough.
I know spells. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Overhead strike on this guy in front of me.
Go for it.
Stabby, stabby.
13.
I'm afraid that misses. He brings his shield up and parries it away.
Will he get advantage since me and
No, there's no one directly across from him.
No, I'd say once a creature is flanked, yeah, you would. So you
Fine
can
by
roll
me.
that one.
25.
That will hit.
Staying alive. 11
points
slashing.
of damage.
Ow, 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 ow.
And I'm going to
Okay.
smite him as well.
Oh, you're throwing a smite into that?
Yeah, I'm going to throw a smite on him as well.
Yeah, you can do that. What
As
level?
well.
Smite
fucking hell.
as well?
That's a level 1 slot.
Just a level 1. You should have the buttons for that one.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
If I set them up properly. Another
An
9.
extra 9. Divine. As I've finally figured out what my smite looks like as well.
Oh, yeah.
So it looks like the blade gets covered very quickly in frost, and as it hits, it shatters into like a golden radiant energy.
Very nice.
And then I'm gonna hit this fucker again.
Go for it. That'll hit.
I guess it's still advantage, so I'll just fish for a crit.
That's true, yep.
Fuck it. Yep. So slicing down, and I'm gonna slice back up the other way. Again, I'm gonna smite him.
Oof, go for it.
Double smite.
8 points, so 19 total. Eesh. Yeah, he's looking bloodied. That was.
I'm gonna bonus action 5, 10, 15.
Can you use your breath weapon?
That is an action.
Ah, shame.
Can the spiritual weapon get him from here?
Yeah.
I will
Spiritual weapon bastard.
just Nova damage this beach.
How far can a spiritual weapon move?
20 foot.
Nah,
No, I'm afraid that'll miss.
stupid dragon claw.
Only 20 foot.
Okay. Yeah, because I just realised I've got my spiritual weapon. I haven't actually been moving him.
You've been
He's
doing
like
other things
outside.
with your bonus actions and such.
Hmm.
We haven't. I'm not going to remind you. Okay.
I'll just go back and watch.
Oscar.
End of turn.
Yeah, you can pull me up. You were telling me. Your turn, Oscar.
I move up, I'll look at this really badly injured, and I'll insult because
Go
that's
for
what
it.
I do.
It is what you do.
And I'll say to him, "There is no beholder's eye in which you are beautiful."
And with a nat 20 on his save, just looks to you and flips you off before turning his attention back to the guys around him.
Just flips you off.
It's very casual as well. It doesn't make a big deal of it. Just say, yeah, whatever, mate. Busy.
Do you know what? I respect that. I'm not going to attack him again.
Gotrek, you're up.
Okay. So I'll move my thing. All right. 20. And then I'll just take a swing at the dwarf boss man.
The big boss man.
Watcha.
Take your swing.
Boss man
dwarf.
Swing and miss. No, it's
It's-
not hit, I'm afraid.
Mm,
Just
that's fine.
hammer impacts on the he kind of
Dong.
leans back, steps aside slightly, and a hammer impacts on some of the coins, just sending them scattering. Yeah, in case this big kind of pile here. is
Coins.
Money.
Oh,
Ooh.
Okay, that's your turn.
Money!
Money.
Cal, you're up.
Okay, weapon in, attacking that one there.
Yep, make your spiritual weapon attack.
Bum, bum, bum.
Don't
That
forget
will
the chest.
just hit.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Okay, yep. 12 points of damage. Still standing.
Okay, and I will have a guiding bolt at the boss man.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Oh,
That one.
Roll the damage,
Yeah.
please.
oh no.
Sorry, Guthrie.
Oh,
Twice. Oh, it was a good
Gotrek,
one as
no.
well.
The only thing that
Gotrek,
can
you
hit
take 15
Gotrek.
points of radiant damage. The only
Is
time
that
a nat
brother?
1 will hit you. When it's your brother.
Fucking bastard.
This is what you need.
not again.
This is what you need.
This
to
is
make
second
it.
Not
time.
only that,
Fine.
You need a nat 20 to hit Gotrek. Unless you're
Now
on his
we
team,
got
in which
it.
case you need a nat 1.
50.
Will that also give
They will
him
now have advantage on their attack against you. Also, Gotrek, can you make a constitution save, please?
Oh yeah, because
Your
I'm Shield of
concentration.
Faithing. Yeah, is that Constitution?
It's
Concentration.
It's concentration. It's a constitution save.
Okay.
DC's
Woo!
yeah, you easily pass that one. Okay.
Second time, Calibre.
Just
Second.
gritting your teeth.
Maybe you should move,
Oh, you bastard. Okay.
move your big.
Cal, you're supposed to aim higher, not lower.
So, the orc blade, gritting his teeth, the grievous wounds across his body and blood running down his face, going to look up at you, Rogar. And he's going to swing up at you with his longsword. He's going to drop his shield. He's going to go for a two-handed swing. No. No, he's not. First he's going to do is... He hasn't used that yet. So, yeah. He's leaning on his weapon. He's going to look around at the situation. He's just going to bark a shout. This one can't react because they are paralysed. But the one next to you, the shaman, Grishnak, it's going to... It doesn't have a weapon, but it's going to lash out at you with a clawed hand. For a 7.
7?
7.
No.
And the big guy, Gotrek, is
Yep.
going to take a swing at you.
With advantage.
Yes, with advantage. 2 nat 1s.
Yeah.
The amount of like double 1s or double 20s that these orcs have had is ridiculous. So he's unbalanced and pissed off.
yeah, fuck that guy.
He's so unbalanced, he's rebalanced himself.
I know, right? Ugh, Rory, you're up.
Oh, hello.
These guys ass just because they suck. They're only good for
10.
butchering villagers.
This is the spiritual weapon party.
It really
I would
is.
like to swing on him.
Go for it.
Big swing, boy.
That'll hit.
Big 5.
Still standing.
I cast Toll the Dead on him.
Go for it.
Oh, fucking DC save is 15.
DC's 15.
You have to go to the spell.
I know, I didn't set it up.
Okay.
He got a 13.
Great.
2d12?
That does it. As he finally
Yeah,
keels
boy.
over. I want to
Yeah.
check really quick. Okay, yeah. So to sort out after session. Cool, no worries. That's you, Rory. The orc claws. This guy
Oh, nice flaming axe.
is going to... See, he's focusing on that, so he can't... There's no point in him going with that. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Yeah, he's just going to lash out at you again, Grishnak.
Okay.
It's for an 8.
Nope.
And a nat 1.
Oh no.
They are shook. And... Yeah, it's going to hold its ground. And the other one is going to try and break out of the hold. Nope, got a 5.
Boop, boop.
Grishnak, you're
I'll
up.
just like stay put.
Okay. Since this one's shook, do I get any advantage?
You get advantage on your attack against it, but
Sweet. Not
so you don't have to
reckless at all.
reckless.
Well, that's gonna
Just
miss, I'm
misses.
assuming, 'cause
Just misses.
especially since I'm taking a D4 off it.
That's true. Well remembered. So yeah, that
And
doesn't hit.
oh, you're fucking
And
doing
that also doesn't hit. Okay.
Oh, that's annoying.
The
I'll
war
just spit
chief.
on it.
Yeah, there's no real point in him using that. Okay, he's going to swing at you again, Gotrek.
Go for it.
15
Miss.
and a 24.
Miss.
Ooh!
No, that would have been a 15 because he would have had disadvantage. No, only the first one. So yeah, it would have been a 24, but that's still.
If
not
I didn't
enough.
have Shield of Faith,
I know.
I would have hit.
I know. Okay,
Woo!
so that's him.
Thank you, Rory.
Yeah, boy.
Rogar, you're up.
Gonna step in. Just be I'm wondering whether to give Grishnak the honor of killing this one. Maybe the big guy.
Go for the big guy.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go for the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, is this a pillar? Sorry, in front of me.
Yeah, it is.
I will. I'll look at Grishnak and see if he wants to give me a wink whether to leave this one in front of him.
Mm?
All yours.
Bring Talon down on his head.
Okay.
Look at this, we're sharing.
That
Oh
misses.
no. That misses.
This-
Imagine that.
this
What
one-
would that would look like? Holding up a fucking sword, winking, and then go missing.
Basically, what
What's
happened
this?
is the orc shaman watches you turn to Grishnak, wink, and then wind up this massive swing and literally just steps back really casually. So,
Do you
was
still have advantage though? Shake it.
I assume. Hang on, where was his? Yeah. No, he would have had disadvantage on his next attack. I might need to rework that home rule as well because that's getting complicated. But no.
Okay. Angry. I'm going to try again.
That will
There
do.
you go.
No
So
winks.
I guess
this
it
time.
kind of comes down and then pull back and thrust forward. Like, no, I'm going to die. 15 slashing.
Points. Oof, okay. Constitution save. It is good at those at least. It fails. So the bane fades.
Excellent.
Then I will bonus action move spiritual weapon. 5, 10, and then try and claw at the big boy.
The war chief, go for it. That will hit.
19. Big old 5.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be as effective as you thought it might be.
It's like a little
It seems to be just
Dragon.
kind of shrugging it off.
dragon fart.
Okay, Oscar.
I will look at this guy who they've been tag teaming and I'll insult him next
Go for it. Oof.
by saying, "When your god put teeth in your mouth, he ruined a perfectly good asshole."
Jesus.
Okay.
It's getting darker, these insults, aren't they?
And there's a disadvantage on his next attack roll. Anything else, Oscar?
I will inspire Grishnak. He needs it.
Okay.
Go kill them dirty orcs.
Wow.
Cal, you also have inspiration. It hasn't worn off yet.
Sorry.
Cal, your inspiration that you were given at start battle still there, just in case you'd forgotten.
Do you know what? I hadn't forgotten, but I've not really seen it. Well, I suppose I could have used it to not hit Gotrek, but where's the fun in that?
It's very true. There is the fun in that. Okay.
Only piece of damage I've taken is friendly
know.
fire.
Yeah,
Friendly
boy.
fire. Okay, Ruri, you're up.
Oh, me?
Yes. I don't see any other ruse.
Okay. Now that it seems sort of calmed down a bit, there's a few less people. I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna stab this guy with my sword,
All right, go for it.
with my new saber. Thank you, Gottret.
Runny, stab, stab.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah, boy.
Big boy.
The inaugural use. So that's what, 15?
Yes, +5.
Now is that +5 on every attack you do, or is it just when
It's
you do
every
radiant
attack and
damage?
every spell, apparently. So they tell me. To do. Yeah, once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell.
Okay, so total of 20.
So it's once per turn.
So was that total of 20 then?
Yes, please.
Okay. So yep, strike lands again. What felt like it should have been a meteor blow seems not to phase the orc as much as you feel it should have.
Spiritual
Right.
weapon.
Go for it.
This is just such a spiritual weapon pie.
Yeah, man. We can never do this again. Might as well get it all out while it's fun.
That'll hit.
Great.
Well,
Just 9.
A few more points of damage.
9.
9. Right, that's your go. Fucker. Okay, good to know. And this guy. It's gonna try do that. What should he try and do? Yeah. He's gonna try and cast Bane again. So that's going to be everyone within. So once again, everyone but Oscar, charisma saves, please.
Oh, fucking.
It's alright, you're good at them.
no. I am banned again.
Grishnak's not good at them though.
Okay, yeah,
Good.
only Grishnak succumbs once again to the Bane. Although Grishnak, you remember you can use inspiration on saving throws.
Ooh, yes.
Do it, pussy.
Oscar's is a D8.
It is a D8
Yep.
now, yeah.
That one.
Watch it.
Fuck off.
That's
15
enough.
then.
Okay, so yeah, you do also shrug off the Bane. Nilk just kind of scowls, stares at you defiantly, and it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm bringing out the reckless attack. Go for it.
That'll hit
Okay.
for 16. Very nice.
And once again,
Once again for the Renegade Master. That just hits.
oh, nice.
Yeah, bonus points for anyone who gets that reference.
People
People don't feel power to the people.
Okay, that guy's down.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
boy.
then I will use my move. I'm going to stand where the spiritual weapon is. Sorry, Rory.
It's alright.
Just move that
Give
down there.
some flanking bonus for Gottret.
You do indeed. Now orc
Yeah, kill him!
snarls, snaps angrily as it sees the shaman fall. And you see, you hadn't really noticed it before, it had already been present, but you notice there's a slight shimmering in the air around the war chief. And like a slight tint, a slight hue that was around him is now gone. But he is going to look. He's going to look at all of those around him. And he's going to look at you, Rory.
Of course he is. Come on.
Oh, no.
That's a nat 20.
He's
Oh!
not, oh, no. He's
Rory.
not a tanky boy.
You
Stare
take
at him.
32 points of slashing damage.
Oh,
Oh.
Are you still, are you still with us?
Bye, everybody.
oh my God.
Rory goes down in one swing.
Sack of potatoes. Dunk.
So that's fucking hilarious. That is hilarious.
It was worth it.
And your AC goes down by 2 there, guys.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And in his absolute blind fury, he's going to swing at you again.
Oh shit!
That's a 25. You take 2 failed death saves.
Mm-hmm.
He's not happy. He's kind of going a bit feral. Okay, Rogar, you're up.
Oh fuck this! No, Rory, Lana. I'm gonna run over and
Rogar. Oh, it's
Attack
okay.
of opportunity.
He missed you.
Okay.
That was an 11.
Okay.
Oh, if only that
Are you
had been
gonna
a
like
Rogar.
gently caress his cheek as you heal him?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna come over and gently caress your cheek. I'm gonna dump the rest. I'm gonna dump.
You're going to dump on Rory?
I'm gonna dump on Rory. I mean, I don't just
lay your
wanna-
hands on
You're
him.
going to lay on hands.
Which
I'm gonna lay on
cheeks
hands.
are you caressing?
I'm gonna lay on hands. This is getting a little bit borderline homophobic, guys. Let's come on.
It's a game, you know.
So be careful.
How many you got left? 10 or 15 points?
So I'm just gonna dip 1 lay on hands point into him.
All right, that's enough.
Just to
Yep.
get him up.
Take him from death's door. Okay, so that's your action. You've still got a bit of movement and a bonus.
Did we win?
No. Run away. I'm gonna do
Rogar's looks like,
bonus
the
action.
fuck are you doing? Get out of here!
A spiritual weapon is gonna lash out at him.
Do it. So this, I'm afraid.
Too busy concentrating on Robbie not dying.
Okay.
Again.
Oh, sorry, I completely forgot to mention Cal. The spell, your hold spell, has faded.
Okay.
He's made
Yeah,
a save.
I don't have my
instead.
wings anymore either.
Well,
no,
you might
no.
as well kill her anyway.
Anyway, okay, so that's where I got. Unless you want to use the rest of your move.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move 10, 15. I'm just gonna move where my spiritual weapon is.
Oh, okay. If you want to move on to that spot, I'll need a dex check to clamber up onto it.
Yeah, just raw dex.
Yeah, straight dex. Yeah, no, that's fine. You succeed.
I'm clambering.
You're
That's
clambering
okay.
up. Let's put that. Oh, fuck it. Let's leave it. Doesn't matter. Okay. Weeper. Oscar.
Yes. 10, 15. And I'm gonna stab him with my new battle axe.
Stabby, stabby. You're going to stab with the axe. Go for it.
Yeah.
Actually, can because it's a reverse.
That's true.
Axe,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get a advantage because of flanking.
You are flanking.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
For 10 slashing.
10 points of slashing. Okay. Any bonus?
Yeah, I'll inspire Grishnak again.
Okay, Grishnak.
You got this, Grishnak!
Got it.
You know it.
Okay. So this one and this one. Who was having hold person on?
That was the one that
Nobody.
had held person.
I
Okay.
had a
Cool.
help person on that one. And
I'm gonna cast. Sorry, Rogar, but I will drop my concentration on Shield of Faith, and I'm going to try and do hold person on the big guy.
Okay.
Did someone have manacles, or am I making that up?
I have.
Rogar should
Manacles
also have
for days.
manacles.
Someone
That's
has.
a 7.
Good to know.
He fails. And is held.
That means that if we hit him, that's an automatic.
I believe
Correct,
so,
cool.
yes, because he is paralyzed.
Bonus action? No, that isn't action.
No, that is your action.
Okay, then I will bonus action going 5, and this will hover above Rory.
I'll allow it.
Take a.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Is that not allowed? Or
I'm just thinking of how much clearance you've got, but no, it's a
Okay,
little
well,
bit
wait,
higher in
I'm
here,
gonna-
so
could you not put it in
10,
there?
15, 20,
that also works.
and then it'll
We've
take
got all
a
these spirit
swing.
weapons, boy. Oh, mine shouldn't be there technically. Died.
Watch out. Do I get advantage as well?
You
Because
do.
he's.
So might as well roll again.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Neither hit. Somehow
excellent.
you miss.
Excellent.
Okay, but he is paralyzed. That's pretty good. All right, Cal, you're up.
So, can I go for a non-lethal on the?
You can, yeah.
with one-handed with my battle axe. Fuck me, what is wrong with this fucking shit? Can I do that with advantage and lose my inspiration, please?
You
so
have,
you have advantage.
inspiration.
You have advantage anyway, so roll again. Okay, so if you want to use your inspiration on that 8, you can.
I
So
will.
Roll a d8.
Ugh, motherfucker.
Don't roll a 1. You rolled a 5,
Woo.
which is total of 13.
Yep.
Just misses.
Fuck. So bonus action, I will swing my weapon at Ked.
Yeah. Okay, spiritual weapon advantage.
Fucking hell! What is
So
going
that's
on in the
12.
world?
That misses, I'm afraid. You do avoid the nat 1. Okay, Rory. You're prone, so it's going to be 15 feet to stand.
Cool. What are we doing? Are we trying to take them both hostage?
I think the big guy's gonna probably have more action there.
Okay. I'm not even gonna get up. I'm just gonna cast blindness on him.
Okay.
He's
bring up
already
the
paralyzed.
Spell card.
Yeah, now he's blind too. Well, hopefully.
They have to make a con save. It's a 13.
Yeah, that he's paralyzed. He's blind.
So he's blinded as well.
Oh. I should probably get up. Yeah, I'll just back away like a little bit.
Oh my god, look how many symbols he's got.
Yeah, this guy's going to be able to start going and making disability claims.
Sorry, Django.
No, that's all right. I'm the one making the sick jokes.
Cool.
Okay.
Sick good or sick bad?
Sick cruel.
Yes.
All right.
Are you gonna use your spiritual weapon?
I'd say that
No.
my spirit weapon's probably dead now as well.
No, not yet.
No.
No.
Yeah, mine's gone because I was unconscious.
Oh, yeah, yours is.
No,
No, it's
No,
not,
you're
because it's not
it
concentration.
doesn't go when you're
Oh, of
unconscious.
course it's not. Lovely.
And I'm pretty
Should I-
sure the
should
spell
I-
card doesn't say anything about it disappearing when you go unconscious.
It doesn't. It lasts for 10 turns.
Cool. So what should I can't non-lethally attack him though.
Not with the spiritual weapon, no. It's up to you.
He's still
Based on
probably
how
got
much
quite a
damage he's
lot of-
taken, I imagine you'd be okay. 'Cause
Yeah, I
the
think he's
spirit
still
weapon
got a lot
is
of
single figure, isn't it?
HP.
So you're saying I should attack him?
No, take the attack.
Yeah.
Do it.
So you do have advantage. You might as well roll again in case you get that crit. Oh, wait.
It's an automatic.
It's an
It's an
so-
automatic crit, yeah.
Yeah, so just do your damage and add another d8. Well, just add an 8 to whatever. So
18.
18 dice.
Okay. So, 59. Yep, cool. Gonna
And I'm just gonna
grunt.
huddle here.
Alrighty then. Cow. You see that familiar black energy coruscating around the shaman's hand again as it reaches out to touch you. Make a wisdom save, please.
Wisdom.
Yep, again, shrug it off.
I've told you not to touch me.
Snarl
Bad
in your
touch.
face. Grishnak.
Okay. I'm assuming. So if I do something that would entail a strength check against this guy, I'd get advantage, and if it succeeds, it'd be a critical success. Is that right?
I mean, he's not in a position. It depends what you want to do. He's not in a position to resist right now. He's
Basically, because even though I am raging, I am still smart enough to know that we probably need to get something out of this guy. So I want to choke slam him, basically, and
Choke slam
try
him.
and knock him out.
I mean, you can do a non-lethal attack.
Yeah.
Or you could try and grapple him.
Yeah,
Which one do you
yeah.
go
I'll
for?
do. Well, I'll do like a grapple. And,
I mean, bear in mind, because a grapple takes one of your attacks. Like, it doesn't replace your whole attack action. So if you
Yeah.
wanted, you could do a non-lethal weapon attack and then try and grapple the fucker.
okay, yeah.
Okay, so
So-
do your weapon attack as normal.
Can I do that recklessly still?
You
Well, I'll
have
get advantage on him
so
anyway,
You don't
don't I?
need
Yeah.
to. So you're going to
So,
try
yeah.
and bring around and crack him in the skull with the pommel of your.
Well,
Oh.
No.
I
No.
mean, you do have your inspiration.
oh no, I used that.
Did you?
Oh no, you inspired
No,
me
you just
again,
got
didn't you,
another one, didn't
Oscar?
Yeah, I did.
That's excellent. I'll use that then.
Ah?
15,
15.
just shy.
God.
All right. So I'll just try and grapple him then.
All right, so make an athletics check. I mean, it's a bit of a formality.
Doesn't he automatically
He
fail?
does, but I want to see how well Grishnet does. Okay, so you're able to kind of wrap his arms up and kind of half bring him to the floor.
Yeah.
So he is grappled, but
And then if I could, I want to use my Fury to get an extra weapon attack. Could I make that non-lethal?
so maybe
And try and just give him a good dig to finish him off.
I'll say yes, but you have to make it as an unarmed strike because you haven't grappled.
That's fine. So it'd just be a D4 and I'd add that to, well, it'd be 1.
It'll be
plus
a
a
1 plus your strength modifier, but then
Oh.
if you assuming you hit, it'll be doubled. So yeah, do your attack roll. I mean, it's strength proficiency, so any of your weapons will do it. So that'll hit. So your strength is what, 19? So it's 10
plus
points
4.
of damage because it's a crit.
Okay.
So you just punch him in the side of the head as you're trying to grapple him. Okay. The War Chief, at the end of his turn, he gets to try and resist both the spells. I clicked the wrong one for that, but it doesn't matter. He still failed. And the other one, he does shrug off the blindness.
Fucking hell.
The fog fades from his eyes.
All right.
Okay. But he is still paralysed.
All the better to see me punching him in the minute.
Rogar.
I suppose we're taking him alive then. I'll flip Talon round and hold the blade and bash him around the face with the pommel.
Okay, so just make a Talon weapon attack.
Non-lethal.
Noted.
I think every
Nice.
time we say non-lethal, that happens.
You'd get
At
advantage.
least he has
No,
advantage.
whenever they're
It's an auto crit.
Whenever they're stood, like defending themselves against you, you're rolling high. As soon as they're incapacitated, they're grappled, they're prone, they're held. Can't roll above a 14. So yeah, roll again
So-
because you do have
yeah.
advantage.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, that'll
There we
be.
go. Oh, Christ.
Ignore the 22. We'll ignore that one.
So,
So it's an auto crit. So that's 10 plus 8. So that's 18.
how does he look?
Bloodied.
Oh, does he?
Okay.
Well,
Bloodied, but not.
it'd be missing a few
horrendous.
teeth, probably.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you do have
I'm
your.
gonna
second
come
attack.
back. I'm going to come on the backswing.
Go for it. Yep. So that'll hit.
And I'm going to smite it as well. Can you non-lethally smite?
I think if you add smite on it, kind of leaves the non-lethal area.
Quite lethal.
Yeah.
I'm non-lethal then, just
Okay, so 15 plus 8,
plus the...
23. Okay, yeah, now he's looking rough. Very rough.
And I'm going to bash him with my shield.
Just a normal bash?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
you're using
bladed.
the blade. Okay, we do have advantage on that one. That will hit. Ooh, so 1 plus
Fucking
4, so
hell.
5. Okay, yeah, he is barely hanging in
Double
there.
tapping.
He's not looking good.
Then I'm going to back over here.
All right.
Does he get an attack?
No, he's still paralyzed.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And grapple.
Well, grapple just means he has disadvantage on attack rolls, but yeah.
And then I'm going to cast my hand over here.
You have used your bonus
Then-
action for your bladed shield, remember?
Oh, yeah, fuck, of course, yeah. My bad.
Put your
disregard.
claw back.
Put your claw back,
Put your jib jabber.
bitch.
Also, that was 24 feet, not 20, so.
Oh, man.
Oscar.
Swing
That'll hit.
for 9 slashing.
9 slash. Okay.
I'm not even trying to take him prisoner.
Okay. Gotrek.
Currently grappled. I will try and non-lethally. Oh, fuck, it's my
Lightning
hammer.
Not
with your hammer?
non-lethally lightning.
No, yeah, my hammer can't be non-lethal because it does lightning, which is lethal.
Yeah.
I can hear the smile on Django's face.
Yeah.
I was like, for a second, I was like, no, go on.
Yeah.
Try.
No,
But he's
fuck
grappled
it.
and he's paralysed. He's barely hanging in there. What do you want to do?
I will drop my hammer and shield, and I will get in on the grapple to restrain him.
Okay, you
Oh,
can double up on
wow.
that. All right, I'll say you don't have to roll for that one. It's just going to significantly up the difficulty of him escaping.
Okay.
Okay.
And someone please punch this one in the head.
I mean, you could have.
Yeah,
No,
you
no.
could have actually just punched him.
Could I have done that?
Could have stuck the
You
nut on
could,
him.
but it's Cal's turn now.
I don't think it would have worked. with the way
Okay,
I've been
so
rolling.
I sort of look over there and say, "Are you keeping that one alive?"
Yes.
Okay, so I will chuck my axe at this one. But fuck all! What is the
Helps.
point?
It's not a thrown
Where is-
weapon, damn it. You do have advantage.
I don't mean literally throw. I just mean
I know. That will hit.
Woo!
kadoosh, and I get to
Plus
roll
your
a
D4.
d4. Hey.
Six. Okay, it's looking like it looks like shit, but it's still in there.
Have you got a spiritual weapon?
Yeah, it's all over here.
Yeah, but it's like,
Oh,
yeah.
Rory.
I take out my sword again and flip it round so the blade's over my shoulder. Come forward, bash in between.
Go on then. Okay, yeah, that'll hit. So, yeah. 16 bludgeoning damage. As you see his eyes just roll back. The body doesn't
Good
exactly
lad.
relax because he's paralyzed, but yeah. That guy is unconscious.
There we go. That wasn't so hard, was
Feel.
it?
Well,
I
my
fall
hammer
over.
is lethal.
And that guy brings us around to the final shaman. Just going to let out. Why is your torch over there? It's going to let out an angry bellow. It's going to lash out at you, Cal, with its claw, for a 9. And then at you, Oscar,
Miss.
for a 23.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
Okay, that's 3 points of slashing damage.
Oh no.
Grishnak.
okay. So, can I walk through him since he's unconscious now?
Yeah, you can step over him.
Well, I'll just like literally walk over him, as in like not trying to dodge him, but
No, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, you can. I'll say you can move through there clearly now.
I'll just come past Gotrek. Excuse me,
It's alright, sorry.
and I'll just move over to her and give her a big old whack with the giant slayer.
Go for it.
I'll just say, "Need some help, boys." Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Second attack.
and then I try again.
Go on then. That'll hit.
Go on then.
All right. So the final shaman hissing and spitting, hair flying everywhere as it turns this way and that, trying to fend off both of you, and it's kind of just clawing ferally at Cal and Oscar. And Grishnak just kind of pushes past Gortrick, wanders over, lumbers up, swings, completely misses, but manages to recover and make it look like it was intentional as he brings it back and decapitates the shaman on the backswing. Body collapsing to the floor.
Good.
You took his freaking cunt head off. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
That first
So
cunt of the
let's
day.
Of cleanup. Let's get rid of those.
Boys.
Is that chest actually there or no?
The chest's there.
Hey, Oscar,
Whoa.
could I get like a little heal, maybe? Just like a little
Don't
one?
even miss a beat.
Yeah, I will use a third
You want
level.
me to do prayer? I haven't got anything else. Actually.
Well, just in case, what I'll do is I will use a third level.
I can't anyway.
um,
I've got no spells left in that.
You just got first levels left, haven't you?
Yeah, but I've got no healing spells in first level.
Third level cure wounds on Rory.
Ooh, that 24.
Is
Yeah.
the chest locked?
No.
I'm gonna
Cal, set it
go
on
with
fire.
Oscar just to see what's going on over here.
I'm like, it's not locked, Cal.
Oscar is such a magpie.
He is a magpie. Okay, I'll fling it open. Have a look inside.
There is various coinage, mostly copper. You need to spend time properly counting it out.
While they're at
Nothing shiny in there, just a bit of gold, boys and girls.
let's make sure we've got this guy secured. Manacles, rope.
I'll throw manacles over
There's
to you.
another
Griff,
chest
thanks.
here.
You might want to add some chains if we've got
Is
rope
it,
and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Is it
He's a big
locked?
boy.
Well, you've got manacles. You
Yeah,
don't-
I'll throw-
You're not carrying any general chains.
Okay, have you got
Um,
anything around here that we can use?
I know it's going to be brutal, but is there a stone there? Any like loose stones on the fairly large ones?
Yeah.
Well, there's
Break-
what
break
looks
his
like
arms
a
and
club
legs?
behind you.
Yeah, I'm thinking misery style. I'm going to use the back side of my great axe to crack his ankles.
Okay. Just do me a strength check.
Okay.
So we
Oh, my
literally
lord,
can't
would that be with advantage? Been conscious?
Yeah, go on. Have advantage between all the various factors at play. So, hang on. There's a check, not a save. So, what does it take?
Oh, sorry.
3
Yeah,
off of
Should have
that?
been a check. Yeah, take 3. Sorry.
Okay, so 23. Yeah. The kind of sickening crunch. You just crack both of his ankles. Does cause him to stir slightly. Not fully.
Is this chest locked?
Nope.
All right, Callie, you can open it.
Yeah, open up the chest. Is there anything good in there?
Same as before. Coinage, mostly copper.
Money.
Money,
Okay.
money, money, money.
So you have yourself an orc captive.
And a bunch of money.
A bunch of money. And I think, given the time it is, that's where we'll wrap up for this week. So,
Is this
Hey, we've,
pile of coinage all copper too?
you'll have to count it. But yeah, it looks to be. So, after that rather chaotic combat, a lot of very low rolls, and the devastating air effect spells, yeah, we'll have a little look at either the DC or the charges with that hammer.
Okay.
Probably the DC, as I think that will bring down its potential for being too OP.
Effective.
Like
So
a
what's-
DC 12 type thing?
Yeah, it's probably going to go down to 12.
Oh, I was going to
seems-
say a 10.
I'd say we'll go with 12 rather than 10.
Yeah.
But we'll look at that. It still makes it a pretty mean weapon. Okay. So yeah, that was a little bit mad. I hope you guys
We did
all enjoyed it. You
Mhm.
did it. Rory, you didn't die. What have you learned?
Well, nearly.
To do exactly what I did again and again and again.
Sounds good to me.
Get the mobile feet and actually go, yeah, I'm out of there. Woo.
Level 8, baby!
That would definitely help.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
All right. Well, that was a good laugh, guys. And
That was
we
awesome.
shall
Yeah.
pick this up
Whoa,
again.
whoa, not
next
level
week.
6.